Hello everyone, my name is Putty, and finally welcome back to a full Saturday session of Dunes of Utapau. I am joined as always by Charles Smith, Marshall Peterson, and Chris Tuvison. How are you guys doing today?
Woohoo! I'm doing great.
Woohoo!
I'm very excited.
Pretty good. I keep forgetting that you guys know my last name.
Is that a problem?
No, it just caught me off guard.
Wait, next time we'll do your middle name and then a bunch of and then your social security number.
God. You might just dox me while you're at it.
I mean, I already have, really.
Oh no.
Hypothetically. Right. I mean, I don't think we have too much housekeeping to do before we start today, and there's going to be a few twists and turns. So, do you guys want to just get into it?
We're not gonna.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Trust me, this is gonna happen really quickly.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, if the audience has not seen the solo sessions, Antar is kind of over. Cedric, as you return to the ship and deal with a certain message that you've been assigned, you return back into the Republic hub, having left Merkaba to kind of rest, and you take your bearings, kind of maybe wait for Kasari. But before Kasari arrives, you notice a ship docking in one of the docks, and out from the door that leads to the dock comes a rather bulky, muscular Trandoshan male. Toe, would you like to describe the character?
So I guess Celeste probably leaves the docks. I don't do I recognize Charles' character? Do I know of him?
It's likely you would know of him if you've done much reading over the last year. He's a Mandalorian Wars war hero, a Jedi.
Okay. I don't know if Celeste does a lot of reading, but I'll assume that he's probably at least heard of him. He might be a little bit interested in meeting Charles, so he'll probably walk up and greet himself by saying, "Greetings, Jedi."
Who are you?
What?
I
you said that.
Boss. I am here on a mission. Do you happen to know of a man by the name of Jackson Reaver?
Oh no.
Yes, I do.
Do you know of his whereabouts?
I sort of glance at him with a frown on my face. I say, "Why would I tell you that?"
Well, I am here on a mission from the Republic. I am unsure if I'm able to tell you of the mission details, but you have to understand I mean him no harm if you are his friend.
I'm going to look at him very, very carefully and go, Well, Jackson's on one of the... the last time I saw him, he was up with one of the tribes in the north of Antar.
Can you possibly take me to him?
Currently, I am unavailable. I myself have to quickly leave after one of my companions gets here.
Speaking of one of your companions, it is at this point that Kasari, you arrive at the Republic Hub.
I come out of the jungle covered in mud and shit. I'm like, oh! How did I get here? No, I remember. Okay, I do I see them immediately?
Yeah, it's a pretty small like waiting area. Think of it like an airport, like basically a waiting room, and there's like 3 or 4 different dock doors. It's very like closed in.
how close are the two of them? Like when you guys speak, how close are you together? What's the distance between your feet?
Well, I'm sure I would
2
approach
inches.
him and be like, yes, right in his face. You know, if we got any closer, we'd be kissing and making out. It'd be really awkward, but
That actually works really well for my plan. Is that actually what's happening?
No, like Cedric's staying.
I imagine we're at like conversation.
Yeah,
distance.
But conversation distance is different in different cultures. Like, you know.
Okay, American conversation distance.
That's a quarter of a mile away with a megaphone. No, it's like, are you a foreigner? Do I need to shoot you? No.
While this is going on, Chris, could you just low-key make a hard resilience check for me while they're talking?
Oh, so you want me to fail a resilience check?
No, I want you to make a resilience check.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I'll run up and I'll hug Cedric because I'm very happy to see him, and I even grab in Sless and I squeeze them both together.
I'm very confused. I say, who are you?
Oh, sorry. I just really needed a hug. My name's Kasari. Good to meet you. I'm a Jedi Padawan. I'm an associate of, well, it looks like you've probably met Cedric here.
Yes, I have. Are you perhaps able to take me to Jackson River?
Well, God, I would have saw him about the last time you did, right, Cedric?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can both lead you that way. Why do you need Jackson?
I am on a mission from the Republic. I'm unsure if I can go into any more details.
Can you give us some form of
ominous
proof
and
of it?
vague. Let's lead him there.
Can you give us some form of proof?
Do I have any proof that I work from for the Republic, or I'm on a mission from the Republic at least?
You could show them your contract. That's probably
Okay.
the only thing. But that has like on the first page though, that'll have a few details you might not want
Just
to
cover it up with your hands. So you don't look at it.
I mean,
On the very first
I am a
page.
Trandoshan. I got a very big hand.
Oh, yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay, yeah, sure. I show them the contract, covering up the details the best I can with my big Trandoshan claws.
Yeah, I'll say that you can pretty much cover up anything that you want to with your big ass Trandoshan hand.
And I'm like, I can
God.
barely read half of this shit. Could you move your hand? I can't see anything.
I believe that would reveal too much.
I like
of my...
to imagine you're covering up
mission.
everything except the words that say Republic contract.
That's
Really, it's just
probably
like a
exactly
building
what's
ordinance.
happening.
Okay.
I say, look, it says Republic.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm sure we can lead you up there.
Kasari
Woman,
probably
but-
would think this is bad normal, but she's in a really good mood. She's willing to see the best in people, so she's gonna trust this strange Trandoshan man.
Just
At this
having a
point,
good time.
Cedric and Kasari, you both get a message on your on whatever communication device you have from Jackson. Do you
Ooh.
both read it, or
Well, let me see if I even have a communication device.
okay? If not, it's just Cedric.
Well, let me check.
Well,
let me
I
check.
gotta read it.
Let me check. Yeah, no, I totally don't. So I'm just like, hey, wouldn't it be great if I had one of those celly phones or some sort of
Here,
com?
you can have mine.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I had a message from Jackson.
It's very short and to the point. It's 2 lines. It says, "Gone with Jackers. Don't look for me."
Well,
So he was kidnapped by the Jackers.
Yeah, that sounds very much like a kidnapping. In fact, this
Well,
was probably written by the Jackers.
well, Jackson.
Well, Jackson
says
was never
he's
one
gone
for
with the
war.
Jackers. That is very true. Well, Jackson seems to be gone with the Jackers. So, if you want him, you might want to go
Jackers.
looking.
Who are
Yeah,
these people?
They're constantly jacking.
Oh no.
They're the biggest jackers
And why
on the
did they
planet.
pick such a strange name?
They're led by Jack.
They're led by a man named Jack. He's very cool. I personally know this man, and trust me, like, the organization might seem a little shady on the outside, but once you sit down with Jack, have a few drinks, he's a nice man. Also,
Did you drink?
No, we didn't drink. It's an expression. Actually, I don't remember. Did we drink, buddy?
I think Jack drunk. I think you had some like milk or something.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we sat down. We had a few glasses of milk. He might have had something a little stronger than milk. And, yeah, he's a nice guy. But, yeah, I think they're also called the Jackers because they jack things. Like, when they were originally introduced to us, it's because, like, they steal shit. So, like, when you say you jack a car, it's like that. They jack things.
Yeah.
What's a car?
I mean a speeder.
Space car.
Speeder. Anyway.
These are all unfamiliar words. Car, jackers,
Cell phone.
cell phone.
Okay.
Chris, why don't you make that check again?
Oh, okay.
Oh God, what is happening to Chris?
he's ill. He's ill.
He's having a stroke in the next room. And we're not even there.
Well,
The
that can go
stroke
much
has
better.
gotten worse.
Macabre, it.
Okay,
Well,
you guys
there's
can
not
carry
much
on.
we can do.
There's not
Resilience
much
is
we
not
can
my strong suit.
do. Okay. It's just
Like-
foaming at the mouth. I say, well,
Just having a seizure. You guys are having idle conversation.
It's just the Corellian plague. God.
quick question, GM. On the way to the spaceport, did I sort of like make a pass at least one of the villages so I could talk to them about the news of what I accomplished?
The only village you would have been able to stop by would be the fishing village, which you haven't been to yet, but you could have popped in and asked if you wanted to.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to inform someone of what happened.
Okay.
Because I
Well-
felt, yeah.
Go ahead.
So
Okay, well, with the conversation you had then, you found out that after seeing the events, because the events in the forest were very visible to everybody, Sop
Yep.
in the north had gone and the leaders are arranging to meet, but haven't. Like, it'll take a couple days to figure everything
Oh,
out.
that's very good. So I tell Cedric, I say, you wouldn't believe what happened. I was dragged into the middle of the forest, and there was this crazy Sith child who nursed me back to health. Well, also some of the I forget what they're called. The Godels helped as well. And I ended up destroying the source of corruption of the forest, and now it seems that the Godel will be forming a peaceful relationship with each other again.
Well, to me, we just saw a load of fireworks come out of the forest. So,
Well, those were good fireworks. I trust you.
they didn't have the greatest of presences.
What do you mean?
Well, they did have an air of the dark side to them.
Wait, I forget. Did fireworks come out of the thing when I destroyed it?
It wasn't fireworks, it was like an immense amount of dark energy coming out of it. and
Oh yeah,
going
but
up into
that
the
was
sky.
the dark energy, like leaving the thing. If you go into the forest, like half those vines are going to be gone by now. Trust me, it's a really good thing.
I'm not going back into that forest.
It's super safe now. I walked out.
I don't.
I walked out.
I don't care
basically
what you
blind.
said. You didn't get ganged up by 5 Godel.
You weren't swallowed through the vines and carried like down a river of forest. That happened.
You didn't have this happen to your elbow, and I show up my fleshy elbow.
Yeah, well, you didn't have this happen to your willpower,
As
and I
they're
show
having
my
this
willpower.
conversation, and I'm still trying to process the now fleeing Jackson Reaver. I say,
I want to know if Cedric took off part of the bandage to show the flesh.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, because that
I'm just showing the fact.
Then I
Okay.
don't believe, Cedric, that there's anything there.
I kind of interrupt and say, do you happen to have a long-range communicator so I can contact my employers?
Did we ever get one of those on the ship?
I think they
Yeah,
come by
Yeah,
default in
there's-
ships.
We have one on our ship, but
You guys definitely used it in the previous arc.
Yeah, it's definitely there. Like
Yeah.
it.
So yeah,
But
why not?
I'm sure you can use it. Just be quick. We need to get on our way.
I mean, he can use it while we travel.
I mean, I
He
have
has
no
his
issue.
own ship.
Oh, okay.
It's a fighter. It's a
that was
one-person ship.
that was an intergalactic taxi.
Wait, really?
That works.
You wouldn't
Wait,
believe
is that
it.
Jerry?
Jeez.
Jerry's now rented a bunch of starfighters and repurposed them as intergalactic taxis.
You know, I'm flipping Destiny. Can it be Jerry?
No, it's definitely part of Jerry's company already. You don't need to flip Destiny for that.
Oh man. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's Jerry's taxi.
Wow.
I
We'll say.
guess we're supposed to save him, but
we always drive free in Jerry's taxis.
Yeah. I mean,
can
you gave him
pay
a gold
my
bar.
tab then? And like,
One of the Jerry bots also comes out of the door you came out of and walks towards you with his hand up, like ready for the tab.
I look at them and I kind of give a nudge. It's like kind of
do something about the tab,
That
Cedric.
will be 800 credits, sir.
Oh shit, that's a lot.
You could just take it off my body as I sit
I
there
say-
and contort and
I
die.
really need you to pay that tax.
listen,
I mean,
we're friends of Jerry.
Originally, I was just planning on shooting the bot and running, but
What the fuck? Tell him your name, and I bet it's registered somewhere, like on a VIP list.
My name's Cedric Carlemagne. We're friends of Jerry.
Processing. Enjoy the ride. It's on the house.
Yay!
And he begins walking back towards the ship.
I sigh. In relief. I say, I would almost consider you a Krasquast for doing me that favor.
It's what the Jedi do.
By the
I
way,
guess.
Master,
Get free rides.
what happened to Master Merkava?
It's got the Corellian plague back on the ship. Just don't let him sneeze on you.
Wait, what the hell is a Corellian plague?
It's some Corellian sickness, which is relatively rare nowadays. He must have picked it up when someone sneezed on him.
Goddamn sneezes. People with their noses. Why can't they just have a face mask like me?
Well, actually, Merkava, I think you'd remember that. I think it was a hobo who spat on you.
Yeah, he
Right,
spat in
God
your eye.
damn it.
Because if he just sneezed, it wouldn't have gotten through the face mask.
Mm. Wait, I have visors over my eyes.
Just Trandoshans.
Did you just inject me with the disease? Just random needles?
I wouldn't do such a thing.
He came up, he opened your visors, he spit in your eyes, and then he ran away into the sewers. And he tried to chase him, but you were blinded by all the spit.
Cedric is now going to head back to the ship and get Kato.
Yep, I'll go with him.
Oh, wait, we still have
You guys
Kato?
going to invite Celeste Voss on board, or just going to leave him out here?
Yes, it's
Like we
around.
have invited him to use
Yeah.
the comm link,
Okay.
Yeah, so
but
that's
I
his
am
way
going
in.
to
He's
I am
gonna-
going to grab the Wookiee and put him in a place where Celeste is not going to see him.
Wow,
He's-
that's racist. You just assume all Trandoshans automatically want to kill a Wookiee? Okay, maybe.
You know what?
Okay, wait, no, wait. What's your
Celeste-
vigilance, Celeste?
Huh?
What's your vigilance?
My weakness?
Vigilance.
Oh, vigilance. It is 2 yellows.
Okay,
My
roll a
weakness is cloud.
challenge dice stealth checks to Charles.
Okay. Uh-oh.
So, Celeste, you notice... Wait, that it's supposed to be 2 challenge dice, but whatever. You
Oh,
anyway.
2 challenge. Never mind. I forgot it was 2 challenge.
Just lets you notice Cedric being extra quick as he gets on the ship, almost as if he has something to do before you get on board. You don't notice anything aside from that, but
I probably, as I'm getting onto the comm link, I say, "So, are you hiding something from the Republic?"
We're Jedis. We don't hide things from the Republic. If they don't
Then
need
why
to know.
were you in such a hurry?
Checking on his friend with the plague, apparently.
You just hear vomiting in the next room.
so Cedric, as you approach Kato, you notice that he's on his comm link, and he's pointing at it as you walk in, and sadly going,
Kato, what's wrong?
You look at the comm link, and he got the same message that you did from Jackson.
Don't worry, we'll get him back. We need to do one more thing before that, and then we'll go straight to Jackson, okay?
Wait,
Oh, that's
know where
pretty
Jackson is.
We'll find a way.
I mean, we could talk about it, but...
Yeah, exactly. We will find Jack and ask him.
Or we could talk to the Jackers on Abednedo.
I don't know there's Jack is on Abednedo.
I say there's Jackers on Abednedo, and actually, from what I've heard, they are... I learned this from... What was the name of the woman who told me on the last... Or no, it was on this planet. Do you remember her name, Putty?
Yeah, it's Rose Nissan.
Rose Nissan. Rose Nissan, the woman who we really pissed off badly and murdered some of her men, she told me that the Jackers have are looking for Jedi artifacts on Abednedo. They have a pretty large operation there, from what it sounds like, and we could go there, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
I love killing birds.
Hmm.
Yep.
Chris, make the check again.
Go on, Chris. You can do it.
Meanwhile,
You can do it.
Sless, who are you what are you trying to do?
I imagine I am going to try and so I'm going to contact whoever probably came to me for the job, and I'm going to ask him how I should proceed, basically.
Well, you get through to Regional Commander Danilin.
Okay.
Who says, oh, he's missing, huh? Well, wait, you said you're aboard the Galaxy Plunger?
Indeed, it seems as though Jackson Reaver left it to his Jedi friends.
I'm sure there's a lot of information you can gather from them, but otherwise, I just stick to your leads in Corzite and Abednedo.
Alright. So you still want me to track him down if I don't find anything on board the Galaxy Plunger?
Well, I think you'd probably be better off just heading to Corzite and looking for the guns there, but if you feel it necessary, you do what you need to do.
Alright. I will use my own initiative.
Good to hear, Sergeant.
Roll initiative.
Can this be a vigilance check?
No, it'd be cool.
I then say, I will report back to you if anything else comes up. And then I end the communication.
Okay, cool.
I then approach the Charles character, Cedric, and I say, so, if possible, may I stay on board this ship a while? I feel as though I could gather important information regarding my mission by tagging along, as you humans say.
Okay. Well, we're heading down to Malistar next, I believe.
What?
I've got something. We got something to do there.
We haven't talked about this. What do we... Alistair, from what I've heard, that place is a shithole. I've read nothing but bad things about it.
It's especially worse. You probably everyone in the party right now would know that at the very end of the Mandalorian Wars, there was a disaster there, and not many people have been able to figure out exactly what's happened. But like almost every other planet has lost communication, and nobody can get on there because their defense system is still open and will shoot on anybody who tries to get in.
Till Valhalla, then.
Me and Macabre have a friend there in need. We need to go.
Well, if you're ever in need of a pilot, I am skilled.
Well, I'm not very good and I haven't really been trained at it, but occasionally I can be alright. If you can get us beyond the field around Malastair, then we'll take you to where you need to go.
Perfect. Then it is agreed upon.
It would appeared in your circles that trying to pilot onto Malastair in the last year has been almost a death sentence.
Challenge accepted.
I wish I had this thought of this information 2 seconds before I accepted that. Well, I guess I'm going to be putting my piloting skills to the test then.
I say, don't worry, you'll have a co-pilot.
Oh. Who?
Well, I can help a little bit.
He's right in there. You can hear him.
No.
Did I hear the Wookiee?
Yes, you heard him.
I say, you have a Wookiee on board?
He's Jackson's friend, so don't touch him.
Wait a second. Now, I mean, he gets...
I'm a little offended. Sless is a little offended right now.
I say he gives pretty good hugs. I mean, you should touch him if you feel sad, but, you know.
I say, look, my people are known for hunting Wookiees. That much is true. But if you think I have the self-control of a primitive animal like his species, then you are far from wrong.
Well, I think Cedric's...
Now Kato is offended.
Yeah, that was pretty racist. Did Kato hear that?
Sad Wookiee noises.
All I'm saying is that if you say something like that to him, he's going to get really pissed off.
Merkava, make the check again with boost. The boost is because you're starting to get a little bit used to the symptoms now.
The boost is because this is getting absurd.
Shh. Okay, so with that advantage, though, you guys all hear a in the next room, and Merkava, you've coughed up a good bit of the contaminants, and you're feeling a bit better. The next time you try this, you'll get an upgrade.
Oh my god.
I also wouldn't go into that room unless you want the Corellian Plague.
Is the Corellian Plague contagious to Trandoshans, buddy?
It is, but it's a very non-contagious disease. The only way you can contract it is if you get the other person's fluids inside your body.
Oh,
okay.
I say.
Wait a minute. I have a new
Plague on board. This is indeed a strange ship.
Well, welcome to the Galaxy Plunger.
What a great introduction.
A sure statement has never been said.
The little galactic basic, even though I'm not entirely fluent with all the galactic basic lingo, I know for a fact that that's a strange name. I then say, either way, when you're ready to leave, I kind of look and say, the primitive
Oh my god.
and get off this planet.
Kasari's not cool with this.
Dude, just call him by his name. Kato.
You never introduced me to his name. You just said he was a Wookiee.
No, he said Kato earlier.
Oh. Maybe I guess Les was so busy calling him a primitive that he wasn't paying attention. He says, "Fine, Kato, Lausha."
Foreign words. Anyway,
does anyone on board speak Trandoshan?
Nope.
Okay. Then yeah, never mind.
Okay, Chris, make the check with an upgrade and a boost.
Who's ready to see me die?
If you were gonna
Don't
die,
worry, you can't roll. You can't roll despair. Don't worry. Oh, it would be you, Chris.
Okay, so you start to hear as Merkaba is taking violent of the disease. He coughs up a pool of phlegm and horrid pus, but finally he is awake.
what? No, he failed.
He failed, and he takes.
I triumphantly failed.
He takes a total of 5 strain from the entire ordeal from the start of today.
He immediately passes out.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
Chris, you've been unconscious. You don't know how long. It's been at least a day, you feel, but it could have been a lot longer than that. You're kind of in a strange place. It takes you a little bit for your eyes to adjust, and then you're like, oh, this is just a room of the Galaxy Plunger you don't visit very often.
okay, yeah. I should probably get someone to clean up that vomit.
Oh, it's phlegm
Get
too.
the
I bet it's really gross. I bet it smells
It's
awful.
really gross.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step out and close the door.
I guarantee you it's
Let the
way
maintenance
worse
droids
than
take
vomit.
care of it.
We don't have maintenance droids.
You have droids.
Oh yeah, I'll have the droids take care
Yeah,
of
but
it.
are they
medical
outfitted
droids.
with mops and shit?
The medical droids are like, I didn't sign up for this.
Medical droids, they should be trained to dispose of medical waste.
Not that kind. They look at it. They're like, "Fuck that."
They just light the ship on fire. Job's done.
You come in there in a couple days, and the medical droids are all sitting in a circle around it, talking about how they're gonna pick it up. They're like, well, maybe if we got a big tarp and we slowly sifted it under. I ain't touching it.
What about using a giant sieve?
Wait, what if we blowtorched it until it's all gone?
Alright, so I guess I'll get re-equipped and head out to the main sitting area and wait for someone to notice me.
Yeah, you see the 2 people that you recognize and a weird Trandoshan map.
I say,
Ah,
Master
you're awake
Merkaba!
finally.
I run up and hug Merkaba.
Don't hug him. He'll
He
give you
smells
sick.
awful.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I'm gonna go take
gonna
a shower.
wash up before I
Okay,
get too
yeah.
much
Maybe
more
you should
involved.
take it first.
So, yeah, what happened?
You fell unconscious at the edge of the forest. I tried to hide you in the clearing between the wall and the forest. You lost your lightsaber. Kasari did something in the forest to make a giant light show.
Destroyed an evil obelisk of doom, seated with an ancient Sith Lord who seeked ultimate power by making himself one with the forest.
Oh,
He
well, I
asked me to
approve
do
of
it
that.
though, so it was completely okay. It was all above board.
All right, well, good, good. You should always destroy Sith when you find them, not invite them to live in your head.
Well, unfortunately, there was a second Sith that I did not kill, but I felt that if I attempted to fight him in combat, he would have bested me because I had already seen his sister fight, and I didn't want to fight him.
His
Well,
sister?
Yes, I met a Sith boy in the woods, and he turned out to be the brother of the Sith child we fought on what planet was that? Was that
Corellia.
On Corellia? Yeah, of course. It was
everything goes back to Corellia.
That's right, because it was the first
'Cause
planet.
you
We've only
visited 2 planets.
This is the yeah. Okay. It seemed like we were there for a fucking long time. But yeah, I say the Sith child, the girl that we bested on Corellia, she was the sister of a Sith boy I met in the woods. Well, at least they look like children. They seem to have the wisdom of old people.
Well, that's strange, but I don't blame you for not engaging. It was probably the smart move. Good call.
Yeah, considering I couldn't take down 5 Godels.
Well, that's just embarrassing.
Yeah, no, that... Well, you know, wait, there's no vines, are there?
Look,
In the shower.
they had the dark swords.
I say, don't worry, Merkava. The vines are going away now that I destroyed the Dark Obelisk.
Not quick enough. All right, I'm gonna go shower.
What?
Okay, I look at Kasari and go, just in case, get ready to grab Kato. And I call to Kato.
I'm not really strong
Kato.
enough to pick Kato up.
No, I'm talking about hold him back if he decides to attack.
Oh, that I could.
Celeste over here.
That I might be able to do. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna help you, so it's gonna be like.
Aren't racist?
I call Kato in.
Comes like to the door and then notices Celeste and then goes back to where he came.
He just nopes.
Kasari, do you want to go talk to Kato?
Sure. I go into the room.
He's in the corner in the fetal position.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. I say, Kato. I know it's really sad that Jackson's not here, but he'll come back, buddy. Don't worry. We'll look for him. I'm sure he's fine. He's been with the Jackers before. They like him too much to kill him, or at least they need him too much to kill him.
He seems a bit consoled by this and stands up.
And don't worry about the Trandoshan. I'm sure he won't hunt you.
He goes back into the fetal position.
I'm sure he won't hunt you. Look, I've talked to him. He seems pretty nice. I mean, he's clearly incredibly racist, but, you know, I mean, so not very nice. Like, not super nice. He's kind of rude. But the point is... the point...
Roll a deception check.
Wait, what am I deceiving him of?
So that he's nice.
Oh, no, but I just said he's kind of rude. Like, I'm backing off of that now that I think about it. I say, look, Kato, we'll make sure that. How about this? Would it make you feel comfortable if every time he's in a room with you, one of us is also in that room, so that you know you're never alone with him?
Roll an easy negotiation check.
Please succeed.
Nope.
Kato like it says that he says nope and then tries to climb under a bed, but he's too big.
Oh, that's so sad. Is there a bed in here? Wait, what room are we in?
I guess you're in like the sleeping quarters.
Okay. I say, oh come on, Kato. What's it gonna take to get you to be on board with this? Well, shit. Now we come to the... Fuck. So far, these have been good for yes and no answers, but beyond that, I'm fucking confused.
Kato seems to sigh, and then slowly gets to his feet and is ready to follow you.
Oh. Okay.
He wants a sausage.
Would it make
He wants a giant Jaffa cake.
Would it make you feel better if you got a hug, Kato? Sorry, what? I didn't hear what you said.
He nods.
Okay, I give him a big Wookiee hug. Okay. Yeah, so I head back out into the main corridor. And I tell Kato, you can come out and meet the scary man whenever you're ready.
He nods and says, seems to indicate that he needs a little more time.
Yeah, of course, I understand. I go out and greet the rest, or I not greet them. I just go out back and join the conversation, whatever they're talking about.
Did I perhaps hear Marshall call me a scary man?
Roll a hard perception check.
Okay, I think I'm gonna probably fail this.
Meanwhile, Chris, your shower is finished. You recover all your strain. You're relaxed. You're clean.
I'm gonna start using the shower more often.
What? Is this the first time?
I'm gonna No. I'm gonna mount one and carry it on my back and just have no strain ever.
No, I can do that. Like, I hold it. I can attach it to my robotic arm.
So you hear
hold it up.
You hear Marshall, but you don't hear him clearly enough. So instead of hearing Scary Man, you hear Slutty Man.
Oh.
Wait, what? Slutty?
Slutty, yeah.
Well, looks like you need to take another course of Galactic Common.
Well, this will start an interesting dynamic between us.
Is Cedric right? Is Cedric right next to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say, do I look slutty to you? I feel as though I'm dressed appropriately for the world, but
I look up. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing it would look to be very thick clothing. Technically, I'm wearing armored clothing, but on the surface, it just looks like thick clothing.
Well, from what I can tell, all your genitalia are covered, so I don't think you're too slutty.
Maybe a little. No, just.
I say, are humans attracted to people in clothes?
Well,
overtly so.
some of them are.
I don't know about Kasari, but at least I'm not. I don't think so.
You go into Kasari's room on the ship, and there's a bunch of posters of just people dressed really well. It's like people in Victorian like suits and dresses, and I'm just like, yeah.
Okay, that's
simply
creepy.
God, and I'm now very confused and look at. I'm probably going to look at Kasari weird every time I see her.
Okay.
Okay, that'll be great. I can't wait for one day this to blow up. Like we're in the middle of some heated combat, and I'm like, whatever, you think I'm a slut. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I rejoin the group, and I say, so you were saying we need to go to Malastair, sir? Why?
I have a friend there from the war, and he's in trouble. You need to get there quick.
Wait, Malastair.
Roll a deception check, because you said he. And you're not sure. And it's going to be against Kasari's perception, I think.
I say, this is going to be a weird, if I succeed, I'll be like, it's minus two average. Just 2 green. So 2.
Oh, it's actually discipline. It's actually discipline.
Oh, that'll be a little harder. It's going to be 1 red, 2 purple. 1 challenge, 2 difficulty.
Sorry, you can tell that like he's nervous. He's twitching a little bit.
Whoa.
He's not telling you at all.
I say, come on, man. Like, I know that's not the truth. Like, what's going on? Tell me more. Or I know that's not the whole truth.
I look over at Merkava now and say, do you remember that internet chat room we set up back when we were on Dantooine?
You do
you're cutting out. Wait, no. Cedric, what'd you say you cut out?
Oh, do you remember the chat room that we set up on Dantooine?
Yeah. Why?
I pull him over and show him the message.
Chris, you can tell that like you specifically set up this procedure where someone could just push something on the chat room and it would just send out a generic distress signal.
All right, let's go.
Wait, you still haven't told me what the hell this means.
Well, we'll tell you when we get there.
No. What?
All right.
That's
No.
dumb.
Let's hit it.
people do that. It's like
Space adventure.
nah. We'll tell you after the 4 days of travel.
It's an adventure in space.
No, seriously, tell me now. I want to know what we're getting into.
Well, it was.
Who was in this chat
Oh,
room?
I'm no good at lying, so Cedric, you tell her.
But you could just tell the truth.
It's tell the fucking truth. I've already
it
caught
was-
you once.
I'm assuming that I'm also in this conversation, and I say, if there's anything I need to know, I would prefer to know as well.
Well, other than we're going to a planet which is going to shoot at us, even if we're coming down to it.
Oh yes, I know that. This is pretty much a suicide mission.
My favorite.
I say, whoa! This is new information. Wait, okay, tell me more about
Oh,
this. Who was in
not
this?
a single person has been able to land on that planet. Pretty much anyone who's tried has, well, died.
Who was in this chat room again? Are they important?
Well, it was set up by 4 Jedi Padawans just before we went to it. Well, just before, well, we joined the Mandalorian Wars. Me, Merkava, Ita, and Shao.
I say, let's go there and run the gauntlet without hesitation.
Charles, you left out some other people that I reminded you could be in the chat.
Fuck them all! No.
I said who set it up. I didn't say who was in the chat room. Although it could be Galtech.
Who's Galtech?
Or Lee Swanway, or Danlin.
Well, I doubt it's I doubt it's Danlin. We just heard about Danlin through Celeste's call. Apparently,
He moves pretty quick. I don't know.
yeah.
Well, I was dealing with Kato at the time, so I didn't hear. There's a few others that it could be, but out of all of them, those are the ones I'm most concerned about.
Well, even if there's only a chance in hell that it's Shao, I think we should take it. Let's go.
Yep, let's go.
Well,
All right.
anyone want some drinks?
Take him to Master.
Yeah, I guess we're going to the Death Planet.
All right. So
Let's be real. It's where we belong.
As you prepare to take off, you can tell that it's going to take about 4 days to get there, and you only have about 4 days of fuel.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
I do bring this up to them
All right.
and ask if they want to stop at the intergalactic gas station before we go.
Wait, what? No, I'm sure we can refuel here. What?
Yeah, let's buy
Yeah,
some
we
fuel.
can. Yeah, we can get some fuel here. I'm sure.
You start asking around, and they say that this isn't a fuel station. It's just a hub.
Like I said, intergalactic gas station.
Well, it looks like we're going to Corellia to refuel.
No, what?
No, back to Corellia.
No.
Puddy, would we know where like the next sort of gas stations would be?
You could probably you've heard about the colonization efforts on Abednedo, and you'd know that there's probably a fuel station on there.
Well, we might have to rescue Jackson before we rescue either Ita or Shao.
Wait, Putty, is that the place?
It's a place where
Is what the place?
Jackson.
It is the place. I just checked. Never mind.
It's the next stop along.
I say, well,
I guess we're going to Abednedo.
I guess Abednedo is, well, it's definitely a start. I have some information about that place. I mean, I already told you, but Merkava, from what I heard from Rose, that place, Abednedo, is the site of a lot of jackers are on Abednedo trying to sort of scavenge some sort of Jedi artifacts there. And it sounds like a pretty big operation, so I think we should get involved.
Either way, if you guys think that we are to head to Abednedo, I have some things I would like to get done too.
Sure.
So
Let's go to Abednedo then.
Okay, it's going to be an overnight trip. Why don't you make an easy piloting? It's not planetary. It's the other one. Space check.
okay.
I'm gonna ask Merkava to cook up a lime and coconut starshine surprise.
All right, so you all enjoy your night, drinking lime and coconut starshine surprises, bonding over a mechanical campfire, and as the morning hits, you smoothly sail into Abednedo without too much of an issue. It's quite a rocky exterior to the planet. There's a lot of asteroids nearby, but Sless is able to easily pilot through them and land you on a fueling station next to the only main colonial hub on Abednedo from the Republic. You know that for the most part over the last year, or the last hundreds of years, this planet's surface has been mostly uninhabited and thought to be completely empty. But recently the Republic have set up a colonial town of sorts and have been trying to colonize the surface. You know that the native species lives underground.
How long will it take to fuel up?
So the mechanics start getting working. They're also going to do a few just basic repairs, and it's going to take them probably 6 hours.
Huh, okay.
Okay, we got about 6 hours to find Jackson. Any leads?
I ask the fuel people, do you guys know where the jackers are on this planet?
The fuel people look at each other very confused and then shake their head.
Do you know any shady cantinas we can go to pick up information about shady things?
They start nodding very profusely. So as you get your bearings around the town, you could probably figure this out yourself, because there's not much here. There's some residential housing. There's kind of a town hall kind of thing.
And there's Shady McShadesters, cantina for criminals.
There's a saloon, and there's also a general store. But one thing before you go any further, you've noticed immediately as you walk around town, that just outside the general store is almost dormant, kind of curled up, a giant crimson basilisk droid.
What? Oh, that's awesome. I kind of want to poke it. I run up to it.
Okay, you get close to it. It looks like a basilisk droid.
Does it look like it's still active?
It looks like it's currently off.
I look around to see if anyone owns this thing.
Can't see any signs at the moment.
Did you
but
say
it is
it's
right
outside
next to the general store?
I head into the general store and I say, "Is this basilisk of yours?"
I'm gonna run in after Kasari.
So as you walk in, you notice.
Can we buy it?
This is the messiest store you have ever seen. Parts, bolts, everything you could possibly see. There's some food. There's some weird liquid in the corner, and you notice an old human male talking with a cloaked figure. And he says, "Oh, hold on a second. I've got a customer. I'll be with you shortly." And the two of them head into the back room.
Huh? That sounds shady. I peruse the wares while I'm waiting.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Not really. Just window shopping.
Okay. Why don't you just roll? Why don't you roll a force die for me?
Okay. Just one, or my force rating?
Just one.
Okay.
It's like a random thing. Okay, so as you're generally looking around, and there's very little that catches your interest. However, there is kind of a pendant, a metal necklace of sorts that has the symbol of the old Sith Empire on it.
Is it pretty?
Not really.
Oh. I sort of look at it and I say, "Is Cedric in the shop?"
Yeah, it's you and Cedric.
Yeah.
I say, "Master, look at this. It's from the old Sith Empire."
Hey, Merkava, do you want to have a look at this?
Merkava, do you go in after them?
Yeah, I'll come in and check it out.
Everyone
So all three of
pile
the
in.
Jedi have just walked into the shop. Celeste, would you like to follow them?
Sure.
Okay, all four of you are now circled around this pendant with the symbol of the old Sith Empire on it. Merkava, you notice it's the same symbol that's on your ring that you're currently wearing.
Oh. Okay. How long have you had this? Where'd you find it?
It was literally on the wall.
I'm talking to the shop guy.
He's
Oh,
in
the shop
back
guy's
room
not
if
here
you've been
right now.
listening.
Oh. Okay.
So, why are we looking at this?
So the hooded figure at this point comes out and tries to go to the door pretty briskly, keeping their head down.
Oh.
I go up to the shopkeep.
Ah, that lady sure liked droid parts, looking for them everywhere.
Guys,
Anyway, what can I do for you?
Guys,
Guys,
that's a red
guys.
flag. Is one of you gonna go after her?
Yeah, I am going to
Wait.
start sprinting towards her.
We know a lady who likes droid parts.
And then I am going to call Sazine Brakagoo, I presume.
So as you get outside, the droid is activated and like an entrance has kind of opened on it.
Fuck.
And she was walking up the entrance when you said her name, and she turns around and says, "Damn it, I'm not here to fight you.
Then who are you here to fight?
No one. I just needed to stock up on parts."
Oh, so I always have to be somewhere to fight someone.
Are related to Shao.
You notice on her hip a lightsaber hilt.
Do I recognize the hilt itself?
It's very difficult because for you, all of these types of hilts look the same. So you might have recognized in the past, but you've seen a lot of curved hilts with Zabraki symbols on them.
Okay, fair enough.
While this is going on, I say to the shopkeep, we found an interesting Sith necklace in your shop. What?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Won't sell it. Won't sell it.
You won't sell it?
For lots of credits. Lots of credits.
Okay. Well, what is it? What is it? Does it do anything? Is it just a nice necklace, or what's going on with it?
Points at the symbols. Artifact. Artifact.
Okay. Well, how much are you charging for it?
How much you got?
That's not how. Nope. No, buzz.
1 million credits.
Wait, what? I don't have 1 million credits.
Guys, I need to borrow.
I don't have that much. I'll tell you what. I got 100.
Oh my god. Am I the only one here with money?
Shut up.
He snatches the necklace off you and says, "No."
Aw.
Puts it in the drawer.
You forget, Chris, I also have money.
I tried to play
I was
hardball with this
just
guy
wanted to
and I
make
got
sure.
hit to the dirt.
Alright.
Because I actually have
anyway.
400. I lied.
So wait, who left the shop? So
I've left the
Cedric.
shop.
I'm still in the shop.
I
Slash-
imagine I'm still in the shop
Okay.
because I'm confused why Cedric ran away, and I don't even know why we're interested in the Sith artifact. Most of this stuff really means nothing to me.
Well, I guess I'll look over at the shopkeeper and I'll show him my ring and say, "You could say I'm sort of a collector of these things."
That's creepy. This has become like
He starts rubbing his beard, his
This is-
long, thick gray beard.
this has become like a Nazi thing at this point. It's like you come in with your like,
You know,
I've gotten rid of most of them.
I
Most of
only
them.
have swastikas left. Only a
Buddy,
few.
seeing that my friends are clearly interested in this artifact, and that I imagine I noticed the shopkeep was haggling, can I just, swipe it using skullduggery check and give it to him later? Be like, "Hey guys, you don't need it anymore."
I will say you can do skullduggery against the shopkeeper's vigilance, we'll say. So let me just get that for you.
Okay.
Could I?
Does he
Could I
get like
assist
some
with-
kind of like penalty because he's paying
He's
attention to them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll give you a boost.
Okay.
And his
Yeah.
vigilance is going to be... Is vigilance willpower?
yep.
Yes.
Yep.
2 challenge. You'll have 2 challenge and 1 boost.
Okay. What's the command for a boost die?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, B.
It's 1B
Okay.
or 1BOO.
Oh, nice.
Triumph.
So as you open this drawer very carefully, very quietly, you notice the necklace. There's a few random parts, some slug thrower ammunition, and around 900 credits that you could grab if you wanted to.
Man, this is really hard. I think that Celeste will just grab the necklace.
Okay, in that case, the triumph just means that you did it exceptionally smoothly. He doesn't notice a single thing.
I then approach my Jedi friends and say, you don't have to haggle for the necklace anymore.
Does he hear this? That's shady.
I say, I think it is a fake.
Yeah, I suppose that's a possibility.
I say, what? I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty legitimate to me. I mean...
No, I mean, anyone can sort of forge an amulet and then stamp a symbol on it.
What?
Found it in desert.
Either way, I think that...
I love that. Just screams out, found it in desert!
I think that rests are a case. Either way, do not worry about it.
Huh. Well, I don't have enough money for it anyway, so Kasari will walk outside the shop to see what's going on with this basilisk droid mess.
Okay, in that case, then we'll just right back, because before that happens, because I'm sure some stuff happened while you guys were haggling. So what's going on, Charles? She's looking at you, basically asking you to just let her go.
I say, so how did you get that lightsaber?
Family heirloom. What's it to you?
Because I'm for family of Shao too. So it's my family heirloom. You should say that. It'd be really cheesy.
I know certain members of your family.
Yeah, we've met on Corellia.
Oh, yeah.
I stabbed you very much in the face, in the chest, I mean. Didn't she cut his arm off?
Yep.
Jesus.
No, she broke his arm.
Oh, she broke his arm. He cut his own arm off, yeah. In an extreme measure to heal a broken arm.
Well, to be fair, I'll say this. We are looking for Shao. I'd hope.
I wouldn't. She doesn't want to be found.
Why does she not want to be found?
I don't have to answer your questions. She begins walking away.
I let her walk. I let her walk.
Then the little ramp that had popped out of the bottom of the basilisk droid goes up, and as the three of you walk out of the shop, the basilisk droid begins to fly into the sky.
Oh, God damn it, I say. I wanted to see if we could buy it. Who's... Oh, shit. I kicked the dirt.
What were you going to do with the basilisk droid?
What couldn't we do with the basilisk droid? For one thing, we just ride it around. It goes real fast. You just saw it take off.
Nah, they're not that hard to take down.
You are all Jedi, right? You want war machines?
Hey,
I don't want it. I don't want it for war.
Let me tell you about this one time we stole a tank.
Before you go on by stories, I pull out the Sith artifact and I hand it to Chris.
I say, wait, did you buy it?
I say, I
was with you the whole time.
Seized it in the name of the Republic.
Wait, what the fuck?
Anyway,
I remember when we did those sort of things.
Man, I just had a big deja vu right now. Like, I just had 2 layers of deja vu, because not only did I have the deja vu of Shao doing that, I swear to God, I just had deja vu of us saying that and then referencing Shao. Did that happen in another time in this campaign?
I think so,
Did at some point someone other than Shao say that as a meme? Because I just had huge deja vu. Anyway. Either that or I can
it's a
see
Sith
into the future.
artifact. It's less than worthless. Let me take a look at it.
I have no interest in Sith artifact. You guys wanted it.
Alright. Can I do my discipline check thing on this?
What are you trying to do?
Nah, take a look at it, make sure it's not all dark sidey. It's, safe to leave around.
I mean, the dark side will help you with justice.
To be fair, the last time we came in contact with a Sith necklace, it nearly killed you on touch. So it can't be that bad.
No. Actually, it made a sweet saber. So
Miss.
You're trying to figure out if it's got any other, any significance to it?
Yeah, if it's got any, residual darkness in it or stuff like that.
Trying to roll a knowledge lore check.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. What's the difficulty? Just give me a sec. I gotta check to make sure I don't have anything that boosts lore checks.
Here at the back of your head, I could tell you about that necklace.
Oh my god. Shh. If I don't find anything, I'll ask.
Okay.
Don't you love having one voice in your head I say out loud? Isn't it great to be normal? And then I just, randomly...
I say,
I'm
are
gonna
there
force
species
choke you.
with more than one voice in head?
Well, I don't know, but if there was one, that would be a miserable existence.
I imagine so. It'd be like having a second talking head without his own head.
Yes.
She's making fun of you, Merkava. Kill her.
No.
Especially if it was a malevolent person who wanted to murder people for making jokes.
You just have control over your inferiors.
Alright. I succeed with threat.
Okay, so you realize from your reading and from your voice in your head that this was a kind of a royal necklace during the Great Sith War, imperial necklace that was often handed out
as I put it on.
Often handed out as a gift from the Emperor for particularly distinguished people during the Great Sith War. It doesn't seem to have any effects or anything.
Alright. Well, yes, it's just a fancy necklace handed out to people of importance to the Emperor. So, actually,
So why are you putting it on?
No, that was a meme. I'm not actually... you know what?
Sure. That necklace. I mean, you are very important to the Sith Emperor.
No, I am the Emperor.
Oh, I am the Emperor.
Oh, well, yeah, guess what? You sucked at it. I'm the Emperor now.
Sucked at some upstart kid thinks after 1 year he's matching my empire. Where is your empire? That's right, you don't fucking know.
Hey, you know what? It's called grassroots, alright?
What the fuck?
Grassroots, but this isn't a part of your empire.
Yeah, and I don't see a lot of grass.
Literally
You know what?
no grass.
Okay, they're still growing, alright? Anyway.
I say,
He just put in the mulch yesterday. Give him a little bit of time, okay?
I say,
Anyway.
well, off to the cantina. I mean, the saloon.
Anyway, sorry, you can have the necklace. So, if anything, it can be used as bartering if you get caught without money. So, here.
Oh, thank you. I think I'll... Well, I'm not sure what I'll do with it. It's a little creepy to wear. I don't know. Okay. I take it.
You are of great importance to the Emperor.
Wait, what?
I say in my head.
Is she? I don't know this girl.
Oh, this is amazing.
Okay, so before you guys continue, I forgot to mention something when you entered the planet. Could you all, 4 of you, make a knowledge core worlds check?
Sure.
Difficulty?
Oh yeah, it's going to be average.
Cedric knows.
Oh, there's
Just one.
Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. No, I didn't hit enter. That's why it didn't roll. I know as well.
Okay, so let me look through who passed into what.
Oh wait, what? Sorry,
Marshall.
I was writing some things down. What was this check?
It's an average core worlds knowledge check.
One out now.
The Jedi know.
Marshall, you both know that Abednedo has a very heavy sand phenomena that even if you can't see it in the air in these lesser lesser harshness places, there's still probably trace amounts of sand in the air, and this will. What do I fuck?
No, keep going.
This means you guys know. You guys know that this means the blasters probably won't work on this planet.
Oh.
And Merkava, you know a little bit more. You think that this sand phenomenon might actually affect the functioning of lightsabers, and that this colony is pretty new. And until this colony, there had been very little life on the surface of this planet.
I say, what do you guys think about sand? What's your opinion about it? You know.
Hey,
I just
Putty,
think
you
it's
should
very
read
cool.
my description of my emotional
What about
weakness.
sand?
Sand.
I just think it's very coarse. You know.
Nah, it's
Actually, shit. Wait, shit. Sand was also a huge deal for Xiao, because when she went on her night training thing, she had to deal with a bunch of sand, and she was so pissed off after. She would hate this planet. Oh man. Oh god.
So she's clearly not here.
I mean, she would have killed herself if she was here.
It was the
Probably.
other it was the other Bracagoo, you racist against the Braki people.
Well, I mean, literally, the only ones that I've ever met are related.
that does sound like incest.
Wait, what? Okay, I head into the saloon and I say, sand. I love it. It's everywhere.
No.
In my eyes. in my lungs.
I feel as though I should be let in on whatever this big deal about sand is.
There's sand everywhere, and it interferes with blaster technology, and it might interfere with our lightsabers. We're not sure.
I look at my blaster and I say, oh, okay.
So if something goes wrong in this place, I hope you're ready to use your fisticuffs.
I say, well, I then look at my Trandoshan claws and say, well, we Trandoshans are known for being rather deadly up front.
Well,
I mean, let's not kill
glad you'll be
anyone.
able to defend yourself.
It's just a bar brawl. Let's not murder anyone.
Cool.
Jesus.
No. It's
Hey, you never know how hard I punch.
All right, so I need to track down some paint.
Are you gonna do this now?
No, it'll come later. There's something I need to do.
Are you gonna drink paint?
Okay.
No.
Straight paint?
No.
He's gonna paint his lightsaber, don't worry. So it turns a different color.
Yeah. Cedric's got it.
Did you
How
all
dare
go
you
into
think I
the
was going to
saloon?
drink paint?
Yep.
Okay, so all of you walk into the saloon. There's a very melancholy, end of the line kind of feel in the saloon as people stick to their own kind of corners of the room and drink. And there's a large bar where maybe 3 or 4 people are ordering another
It's
drink.
high noon.
Wow, this place is dead. All right. I'm going to smack down 200 credits and say, get as many drinks for as many people as you can in here. Jesus Christ.
Okay, sir. And he's just runs to the back and starts pouring out glasses and glasses of beer.
God, this is droll.
I walk up to the bartender and I yell. So I sort of shout so he can hear me while he's pouring the drinks. I say, "Hey, you seen any members of the Jackers around here?"
As you say, Jacker, she drops a glass on the floor.
Ah,
And
shit!
starts sweeping it up.
All of
and
a sudden,
goes,
the
"No."
record skips.
No, miss.
Jukebox falls over.
No Jackers around here. They're on Corellia is where you want to look for them, miss.
I have it a pretty good authority that there are some Jackers on Abednedo.
Well, that's above my pay grade.
What?
All right, well, thanks for informing us that they're here. So, now we just have to
already
find...
Did anyone catch that she said pay grade?
Yeah, I met here in the bar.
At this point, another one of the bartenders walks up to you. Well, not bartender. It's one of the waiters, basically, but with 3 glasses of scotch, and puts them on the table and points to a corner.
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you guys just drink them, or do you look at the corner?
I mean, I bring one. Of
I
the
stare
glasses,
at the corner.
I bring one of the glasses of scotch over to the corner.
Okay, so
I take the glass of scotch out of Kasari's hand and hand it to Celeste.
What the fuck? I was using it as a peace offering to the. Ah, fuck you.
Before you hand it, can I just approach the corner?
On your own?
Huh?
On your own?
Sure.
Okay, so for you, Slash, you're just looking at three very unfamiliar people. One of which is an old kind of Hispanic human male with fatigues and an eye patch, and another which is a very similar looking Hispanic human male that seems a little younger. He has a poncho on, and then there's a quite young female human.
Oh no!
I ask them and say, "Do you happen to know a man by the name of Jackson Reaver?"
Oh no!
Oh, that was not a good introduction. We should not have started with that.
No.
They all burst into laughter and like cheers each other. Yeah, we know Jackson Reaver. What's it to you?
Nope.
Nope.
Desire to talk to him. If you could take me to him, it would be appreciated.
They're gonna waterboard you.
they all look at each other, and then the younger one goes, "Hey, we're a little busy right now."
Wait, what did you say?
We're a little busy right now.
Oh, well, I pull up a chair and sit down and say, "I can wait."
They all look at each other really awkwardly,
That's an
and
asshole.
then the woman taps you on the shoulder and says, "We'll be in touch." And then they move to another table halfway across the saloon.
It's like people are scared of Trandoshans or something.
As you,
Whoa.
so the rest of you,
cost that?
as Celeste does this, when they're moving, you get to see all three of them, and two of them are familiar faces. The elderly gentleman you recognize as Guilherme, and the female you recognize as Rose. But you don't recognize the man in the poncho.
It's Jackson.
No, it's Jackson's Mexican cousin.
Sorry, repeat. Who do we recognize?
No, it's...
You recognize the elderly gentleman as Guilherme, and the female as Rose.
Oh, I walk up to Rose. I say, "Hey, Rose."
Oh, hey, sorry, you shoot up any of my men recently?
No. I look. For one thing, I don't shoot people. The other,
She
I
stabbed
stab
him.
them.
Potato, she says, drinking her glass.
I say, well, I came here. Well, we actually came here to fuel up, but I was wondering if you could tell me more. I didn't actually expect you to be here. I was wondering if you could tell me more about the Jacker operation here and what's going on with the Jedi artifacts.
She looks a little like nervous, and then Guilherme like puts his fist down on the desk and says, "You told her?"
Oh, no. It's a Jedi thing. I can just read people's minds.
Yeah, you gotta understand.
Could you
Guilherme,
teach me that?
Jedi mind tricks.
Can I roll?
Yeah,
Can I roll
well,
deception to say that like I read her mind and that's why?
Yeah, hold on a sec. Let me get his discipline up. You will be rolling against 3 difficulty.
Well,
With that advantage, like Guilherme's not that like bothered about pushing the point, so he just says, whatever. You can clearly tell he doesn't believe you, but he's not pushing the point. And he says, anyway, you want to know more? Wait until it's over, then we can tell you more. It's a kind of sensitive operation. That's why there's only 3 of us here right now.
wait until what's over?
It.
What's it? You can't just use vague shit like that and not expect me to wonder what it is.
Pulls back the lever on his revolver and says, it.
At this point, I
noticed
Move
him
a chair
doing
over.
this?
Only Kasari is close enough to notice him doing this.
I say, whoa, Guillermo, this is just between friends.
I heard what happened on Antar, Kasari.
That was a misunderstanding, one that I was not primarily responsible for.
No, I get it. All I'm trying to do here is make sure we don't have another misunderstanding.
And we never will again. God damn it, that's gonna keep biting us in the ass. Okay. It's honestly, though, I'm shocked that we are able to talk to these people without being shot on sight. Like,
My God, yeah.
they're very forgiving.
Hey, Jesse at this point speaks up and like tries to break the tension and says, hey, Guilherme, there are only two types of people in this world. People who drink whiskey and people who drink wine. And then Guilherme thinks for a second and says, what the fuck's that supposed to mean, Jesse?
I don't understand what it means either.
Just go with it.
Yeah. Wine drinkers, you know what I mean? And I order him a glass of whiskey.
Okay, that's gonna cost you like 50 credits.
What the fuck?
Guilherme drinks the good shit.
Fine. I subtract 50 credits.
Guilherme lifts his glass to
He
you.
comes back with 5 glasses of $10 or 10 credit whiskey.
I say, well, if it's of interest to the Jedi, how long until it is over?
Well, we're heading out into the desert tomorrow, I think. He looks around his group for looking for confirmation. We're worried about weapons, so we're looking for some slug throwers and some military bases. But as soon as we're equipped, we're heading out.
You're expecting trouble?
We always expect trouble.
Okay, well, I know you want
To be fair, we're here now, so they're probably expecting more trouble.
I say, I know things are a little bit tense between us, but, you know, you've seen what we can do. If you bring us with you, we can help you fight off any attackers that try to mess with you guys.
This takes Guilherme back a little bit. Okay. Maybe.
Is
You can't be going
Slut
all
still
Jedi.
working with Jedi? Wait.
Wait, what? Oh, I see what you mean. Guilherme says, well, sounds somewhat reasonable, but don't expect to get paid, and you can't be going all Jedi two-shoes on us.
I don't know what Jedi Two Shoes means.
Look, we got some sensitive business to take care of out here, and we can't have any moral quandaries.
You know there's gonna be a couple moral quandaries, man. Okay, what? Like, how bad are we talking? Like, I just watched. Like, I'm okay with theft. I've found that out. I'm willing to accept that.
Okay, is that your red line? Is there anything beyond theft?
I mean, much more
Well,
than
you've
that.
murdered before.
I don't remember it though. I mean, I remember doing it, and it was because of the gauntlet. Since then, I've never. Well, and then there was that guy I killed in the woods. So yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't consider that murder. I consider that self-defense.
There was that guy killed in the woods.
He
but...
attacked me.
Do you say that out loud? Do you say like this kind of stuff out loud? Are
Yeah.
you all over here now?
Yeah, I probably say that shit out loud.
Guilherme says, "Oh, so you're okay with mercy killing, though?"
Mercy killing? Well,
Well, yeah. For
Euthanasia's
instance, if they're stupid enough to get in my way.
Euthanasia's a complicated ethical topic. I mean, there's so many sides to it. I don't know. I suppose so. I mean, if they truly are beyond all help of medical technology.
Guilherme rolls his eyes and says, "I don't know about this."
I say, if you bring us though, we would like to at least see what sort of Jedi things there are to be seen.
Yeah, okay.
Do we have a deal?
Jacker never shakes hands, he says, tapping his nose and putting his revolver away.
I tap my nose.
Yeah, they probably don't get sick as often.
You want to avoid that Corellian plague, you know?
That makes sense.
Dude, tell me about it.
I walk back over to the group and tell them what I just negotiated.
I cough on them.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's
No, I'm
much better
kidding.
than what I got. I simply got a "we will be in contact with you."
Oh, that's their way of saying they'll never speak to you again. But
Oh,
but don't worry. You're riding high with
well,
Kasari.
if they weren't getting back to me in a couple of days, I was going to have to hunt them down. But
Okay,
this
well,
saves things.
yeah.
Saves time.
Kasari's got mad business contacts in the underworld, so don't worry. It's
What have you got us into now, Kasari?
well, it seems like whatever they're involved in, it may be something the Jedi should stick their nose into. I told them that we would be okay with light ethical problems like theft. But I did tell them that beyond theft was basically a red line. Although there was this conversation about mercy killing that I'm a little worried about.
Well,
Who's ready for an adventure, I say?
Will this take me to Jackson River?
Probably, hopefully,
It
maybe.
may? I have no idea.
Knowing Jackson, he's probably either here
Or he's being mercy killed.
Maybe he's the one with mercy killing. Yeah. I don't know.
If we do not find Jackson River here, after we visit that planet you guys wanted to, we have to go to Quartzsite.
Quartzsite? Oh,
Sure.
Quartzsite, okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We did say we'll take you to where you want to go. After we got to
I love
Malastair.
this background music, by the way. It just puts me in the mood. Silence. Okay, anyway.
So,
I'm just
Kasari.
enjoying it.
So I look over at Kasari and say, "So when and where are we going to the Jackers?"
We're heading out tomorrow, so we can do anything here that we need to in the meantime.
So, if we're going out tomorrow, where are we meeting the Jackers?
Oh, good question. I walk back over. Where are we meeting you guys?
We're heading out from the edge of town tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
What side of town? North, west, south, east?
East.
East. Okay, sounds good. 9 o'clock, you said?
9 o'clock. I expect you all to have slug throwers, otherwise you're going to be useless.
Okay, that's a good point. Is there a place in town that sells slug throwers?
Nope, we've been getting them from the military outposts.
What? A military outpost? Where's that?
There's a few across the planet. The one we had was about 7 miles north.
That's much less than a day's travel. So
Yeah, and I can carry slow people, so
we could definitely
it'll be easy.
back. Okay, I head back over and I inform you guys. I say, okay, so it's at tomorrow at 9 at the east part of town. But we need, he said, slug throwers because all of our plasma based technology is probably not going to work very well. But there's a military base 7 miles to the north of here that might be able to supply us.
Are we seizing more weapons in the name of the Republic?
No, we can pay for them or ask for them. Let's stop stealing things, I say.
Well, if you did not show interest in the necklace, I would not have stolen it.
Yeah, but
I did it only for the party.
Do you wait? What? I say, do you steal everything someone shows interest in?
I can get behind this.
Khan, let's go.
If I feel as though people want it and they can't get it, though, maybe.
I think Celeste had like no friends growing up, so he like gifts everything to everyone to make them like him. He's like, here, have something.
This gray Yeti pelt. Fuck, I forgot their name. Wookiee pelt. Gray pelt. Wookiee pelt.
I say, if you want Wookiee pelts, I have plenty.
Whoa! I hope is. No, he's not.
You can't have the silver one though. That one is special to me. 3 of my brothers died for it.
Okay, let's just go to the military base. Also where we can find slug throwers.
I agree. And if we need to, we seize it in the name of the Republic.
Okay, so you're all heading north?
Yep, we'll head to the northern base.
You're seizing a lot of things in the name of the Republic.
Someone...
the Republic needs someone to seize in their name.
What was that, buddy?
Someone roll a hard survival check to make sure you guys get there okay.
Who has the best survival?
Alright,
let me check.
Let me check.
I'm not that great.
I do not have... I have 3 greens, but that's it. I'm not trained.
I got 2 greens.
Yellow and 3 green.
Okay, let's let him do it.
Mr. Cunning.
Mr. Cunning.
It pays to have stats.
Okay, so you successfully traverse as the desert gets sandier and sandier as sandstorm starts to brew up, but you're able to make it to the military base before anything bad happens, or at least what you think is the military base. There's a large outer kind of wall and 2 guards posted out front.
Goddamn sand.
You take 2 strain from all the fucking sand, though.
God damn it.
We all do.
No, just Chris.
Oh, okay.
He's the one navigating.
Yeah, and his
course.
spear.
I'm so
All the strain.
frustrated with all this sand.
You should.
I shouldn't tell them that I have thermal vision and I can see through the sand quite clearly.
Actually, can I make a quick mechanics check on my lightsaber to make sure it's it's working?
Can I make a quick Chantix check on my lightsaber?
Sure, make a daunting mechanics check to see if you can figure out the internal effects of going through such a heavy sandstorm.
Daunting is 5.
4.
Oh, okay.
Formidable is 5.
It would have been fine, but
Yeah,
by
I always get those two mixed up.
by removing the casing to inspect it, you
Oh, no.
ruined it permanently.
Yes, you open the casing and it looks like it's pretty clean, but the casing's now open and sand pours into the lightsaber around the crystal, and you don't really know if that's going to have much of an effect, but it doesn't look good.
Should have
Hey, guys.
probably done that without the sand.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that while I was walking in a sandstorm.
Sand.
And that is a lot of failure.
Yep.
We're really learning the hate that Anakin feels and why he turned to the dark side.
Sand.
The sand.
No,
Yep.
I'm not turning to the dark side.
Exactly.
You are
He's
already
already
on the
yeah,
dark.
he's already turned. Anyway,
God damn
I mean, he has not given anyone justice today. I'm feeling a little cheated.
Me too.
Yep.
Okay,
I
so
should
again,
just stab the first person I see.
I mean,
There's a large
for one thing, the
outer wall.
Jackers require justice. I gave them a lot of justice the last time I met them.
mercy killing.
Yep, that's what we call it.
So, there's a large outer wall, and there's a big tower, and there's 2 guards up front.
We've already done something like this similar before, so I quickly raise my arms up and down, like crossing them, and I say, friendly people entering.
Shocked because the sand obscured their vision, and they only just noticed you, and they're like, "Hello, citizen,
They
you
shoot
shouldn't be
you.
out here. This is dangerous ground."
We've come to procure slug throwers.
Our weapons are not for sale. We just had a shipment go missing. We can't spare any of them. We've also had some break-ins here recently.
God damn it! The Jackers didn't pay for them.
They're the Jackers. They don't
we
pay for
seize in the name
anything.
of the Republic?
There's nothing to
No.
see.
This is the Republic, by the way. This is the Republic military.
Oh, are you sure you don't have any that you could lend to Jedi Knights?
Okay. I'm gonna say that's a charm check, and it's gonna be hard.
Does anyone want to help me?
You don't want me helping you. I'm pretty sure I'd give them a boost.
I only have 2 greens in my charm, so no.
You take 2 strain from the silliness of what you just said, and they
And
say,
the sand flying in the mouth.
I'm really sorry, like we would, but like I said, we've got a really big shipment of guns that have just gone missing, so...
I sigh. Putty, I would like to roll a stealth check so I can see if I can go around maybe the walls and find maybe possibly procure some spare weapons.
Sure, let's do the next 2 hours, just you and stealth. Why don't you roll a average stealth check?
Okay.
Is anybody want to go with him, by the way? Is anybody else
No.
interested in doing? Okay.
Sounds like a horrible idea.
So while Kasari is talking to the guards, you're able to just slip right past them and go through the front door.
Through sand.
Okay.
You did triumph, so they completely missed you. Although it takes, it's very stressing to go through the front door. You're very close to getting caught.
Yes, of course.
So 2 strain, but you expertly managed to slip past them. And you notice that this is actually very understaffed. You're now in the main. There's like a courtyard before you get to the tower, which is the main outpost. Nobody's out in the courtyard. You slip your head through the main door of the tower, and there seems to be nobody in the tower. Your first suspicion is those 2 guards are the only 2 that are currently here.
Oh.
You also notice as you poke your head through the door that there are a lot of guns on the ground floor.
Well, what the fuck? They could have given us some.
I do grab the slug throwers.
Okay, so how many? There's 8 assault carbines and 4 revengers.
Oh shit! I'm gonna be heavily over encumbered, aren't I?
Yep.
Just make one trip at a time.
Yes, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do.
You can make an over encumbered carrying check. I think it's an athletics check. There's a way to determine it in the book.
Either way, how heavy are these? I want to get an idea of probably how many I can carry at a time.
So the assault carbines are 4 encumbrance each, and once again there are 8 of them, and the revolvers are 2 encumbrance each, and there are 4 of them.
And when do you have to make the encumbered check again? Does anyone know? Because I know you can be over encumbered without making a check. You just get a penalty in combat.
Oh, is that true?
I can have a look. I don't know
Okay.
off the top of my head.
I assume. Okay. Well, in that case, I might be thinking of the rules for carrying heavy objects. I'm not sure then. Maybe you can just be over encumbered. I'm not sure.
You can to a certain limit, if I remember correctly.
I'm gonna just have to look it up. Does anybody have the book on them? Because I'm finding it hard to find.
I do. I'll look in the index and see if there's a. It has an index, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, the book has an index.
Every good book has an index. No, I don't want to read about a trip to the library.
Are you sure?
It's here we go.
Yep,
Got the
I found the
encumbrance.
index. E.
It's 159 in the book.
Alright, I'm on that page. Wait, no, that... Oh, yeah, wait.
Yeah, lifting, carrying, exceeding encumbrance.
Characters shouldn't typically carry more than their encumbrance threshold. When necessity demands, however, they can do so for short time, suffering the effects described above. Oh, okay. If a character is encumbered by an amount equal to or greater than his brawn rating, he no longer earns a free maneuver each turn. The character can still perform up to 2 maneuvers, but each maneuver costs 2 strain. With a brawn of 2, for example, a character would not get a free maneuver each turn if he's carrying 9 or more points of encumbrance.
Yeah, then you can just be over encumbered out of combat without any penalty, but it looks.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I take.
What I will say though is, by the sounds of that and from the spirit of that, to get out of here, I'd say it would probably take about 2 maneuvers. So you would have to take 4 strain to get out of here, over encumbered.
Okay, well, that's.
Well, just
So
jump.
take it
just
all.
carry,
I
take
need
as many as you can.
I'll need a vacation after this. But sure, I'll carry enough slug throwers for one for everyone. Are there specific kinds that I recognize that are better than others?
Well, you notice that there is an assault carbine and a revolver variant, but the assault carbines all look the same, and the revolvers all look the same.
Okay, well, I'll take the revolver variant for one person because I imagine it weighs less.
Yep, it is 2.
And I'll take 3 of the assault carbines.
Okay, so that's a total of 2, 3, 10, 12. So that's 14 encumbrance from those 4 weapons.
Okay. Well, I'm barely over my that brawn threshold.
Does
So that's
everyone
nice.
just have a ton of brawn besides me?
Well, no, I only have 3 brawn.
I have
okay.
one.
So I'm gonna have you. If you're gonna get back out, I'm also gonna have you stealth back past the guards, and I'm
Okay.
gonna have you. How much over that brawn threshold are you?
So my maximum would be 13, and I'm at 14.
I'm gonna have you up 1 step back on the stealth check. Then.
Okay. The setback is an S.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's an interesting toss-up.
I will have the triumph mean that you can get that they don't notice the guns, but they catch you. Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay, so they ask, they point their guns at you and say, "What the hell are you doing in here?"
I say, I pull out my contract for the Republic, and I say, I'm here investigating your missing shipment.
Slowly lower their guns. Roll it. I know it's kind of true, but I still think you should roll an easy deception check.
Isn't that 1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
Somehow-
because the nature of what you said is a little deceptive.
Okay.
Alright. Gifts to despair.
Sounds shady to me.
I roll an easy deception check.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Success.
Yeah, they put their guns down and they say, all right, but could you tell us before you go sneaking into our base? I know it's a little
I'm
hard to
sorry.
investigate if we know you're coming.
I have to be careful. I don't know if there's anyone perhaps working with whoever jacked it in here. So I wanted to be safest. It seems as though everything is running at top notch.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. We don't have many men around here, and it takes a lot to scout this fucking desert. So we appreciate the compliments every now and then. It would help if our superior officer would give us a few.
Yes. Well, good luck, men. I will let you know if I hope to bring that shipment back as soon as possible.
My report will be in the mail.
I then walk past and say, I then say, we can leave.
Not again. Sit.
I say, I don't know what you mean. I think we should leave.
I shake my head and start walking back.
The details of the weapons are in the Star Wars chat.
Okay, I need to get inside to actually. You know what? Can I stop by the ship real quick?
I would also like to, so I can drop off my rifle that is completely useless on this planet.
I'll take the revolver because I think I'm still going to be mainly in melee.
Yeah, you should all distribute the weight before you travel back to town, since I don't think
so,
Celeste is going to have a fun time if he's traveling back to town.
Yeah.
I'll pick up the revolver.
Alright, well,
Or I could take a... Or I can take... or I could take a rifle, if that helps, because I've got a bit
Well,
more
I'll
room.
take the rifle because I'm actually skilled in using it.
We have 3 rifles.
Yeah, there's 3 rifles. One.
There's 3 rifles. I'll take
one rifle. That's what I'm saying.
I'll take one to carry, but I'll use the pistol because I'm going to be in melee most, and that seems easiest.
Well, that. What? Wait, you can't. No, you can't take 2 guns. There's only 4 guns for 4 people.
No, yeah, I'm taking the combat.
Yeah,
the
you
carbine.
just said you're taking the carbine and the revolver, which is 2 of 4
No,
guns.
listen, Kasari. I'm taking the carbine to carry to then give to someone because I've got too much room. Like I've got enough room, and Chris has no room left.
Okay, I
I can't. Can you take the revolver?
I can't even. No, I'm like at capacity. I'll be over encumbered the moment I pick up anything.
Well, no, everyone is.
I'm not. I got tons.
I'm
of
not.
money.
I can take.
I won't
I
be
can take a
over my limit. So
I can take a carbine.
Wait, don't you just need to drop down below your limit? So if you just drop 1, you'll be fine. So yeah, just
No, equal to it doesn't work.
Yeah,
either.
you can
have to
be
be
at
equal.
your threshold. So I'll carry a carbine.
I'll carry a carbine.
I'll lose my special class abilities, but I mean, whatever.
Okay, so Slesser, you're below the threshold now.
yes.
So Chris, I'm gonna have you make another average survival check.
oh boy, sand.
It's real sandy.
Sand.
You grow so comfortable in the sand that this journey, this wandering, relaxes you, and you lose 3 strength.
I'm befriending the sand so I can betray it later.
And you all get back to town, and you can head back to the ship.
You're just gonna make it into glass. Okay, I'm gonna find the safest spot on the ship, and I am gonna store my lightsaber in it and lock it up.
I ask, is there a room I can have, or am I? I've been sleeping in the cockpit for 4 days now. I just want to have my own room.
Wait, what?
Wait, it's been 4 days.
By the way, all
Or
the
no,
Jedi-
it's overnight. I'm sorry. I forgot we didn't go to that one.
Well, to be fair, you were in a space taxi, so it might have taken you 4 days from wherever you were.
By the way, all the
Yeah,
Jedi take 2 conflict for being twice on the beneficiary of some theftery today.
Ah,
Man, I'm already up to 5.
I still ask for that room.
There's a
Yeah.
barracks, a communal barracks in the Galaxy Planet.
Okay.
Like 6.
Well,
So-
I put my rifle there, so I'm
Yeah,
loose.
I'm gonna store Purple Rain and lock it up securely,
Mhm.
and then I'll get my combat.
Well, leave a big sign saying Sith Boy, it's here.
So, can I make another mechanics check to drain the sand out of my lightsaber?
Sure, it is going
It's
to be
just
a
gonna get more sandy.
formidable. It's going to be a formidable check with 2 setback because this is a terrible idea.
Oh, sweet! I can actually do something to that setback as in ignore it.
It's 5 dice, my friend.
it's still playing music in the
And-
desert.
I'm gonna. No, you're in the ship now.
Oh, okay.
You've got the jukebox on the LT Fudger. I'm gonna spend Destiny to upgrade one of those dice. It's gonna be 1 challenge and 4 difficulty.
Oh shit!
Okay.
I completely forgot I could have made that stealth check even easier because I get 2 bonus die.
Alright, I just gotta make sure that I'm not missing on another mechanics skill here, so give me a
So I'll take the revolver as a gun.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I just remove the unless this is a vigilance check all of a sudden.
No, it's a mechanics check.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. Ooh. I fix it right up.
Yeah, no. Well, you drain the sand. I don't know about
Yeah.
fixing it. You success. The lightsaber is free of any speck of sand within it.
Alright.
Well done, Macabre.
Sand.
Alright. Can I turn it on just to make sure it still works?
It doesn't turn on.
God damn it.
Sand.
Actually, I'm gonna pull my. Seeing Macabre not be able to do that, I'm gonna take mine out and see if I can ignite mine.
No, it doesn't turn on.
So with my ancient sword on one hip and my revolver on the other, I say, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a potato, guys. I'm gonna be real honest.
Yeah,
Don't
probably.
say that.
do we
I'm
have-
sure you Jedi have trained in something other than lightsabers.
Do we have other? Do we have? Do we have other swords aboard the ship?
I have my ancient sword.
If
Besides
Cedric had
that,
kept the dark blade, then you would have had that, but I don't think so. No.
damn you,
Nope.
Cedric. Okay,
I wanted my lightsaber, okay?
your lightsaber's useless to us now.
Don't worry, I've got my ancient sword.
Jukebox is dead.
Long live the jukebox.
Marshall, why is your jukebox so bad?
It's not my jukebox. It was created
It
by
is,
some
actually.
other people.
Oh, but on my Charles was mentioning on the other server, the jukebox works fine. It's the same jukebox.
Well,
It's literally
Okay,
the same.
I'll admit, I abuse it a lot. I slap
See,
it.
I give mine Christmas and weekends off usually.
I punch mine right in the face when I see it in the morning and call it a failure.
no, that and you make it play memes.
Yeah, it doesn't like that. That's the most torture.
So, what are you guys gonna do? You just gonna wait till morning now?
I don't think there's much else to do unless
Can
anyone
I at
else
least
has
tell
got
what's
stuff.
wrong with my saber?
Nope.
Or is it literally just the plan that says no?
Well, you could roll another. You could roll a hard mechanics check to try and figure it out.
Okay. To figure it out, not fix it.
I'm also gonna roll Destiny on that, so it's one challenge and 2 difficulty.
Oh my god. Alright.
Okay, so you figure out the sand has damaged the edge of the crystal, and it's like where it would usually connect to parts of the mechanics. It's like the connection is severed. You think it'll just recover naturally given some time, but you think now you're not sure if you're right, but you think it's going to take 4 days.
Oh, alright, I'll share that prognosis with Cedric.
You think it's gonna take 4 days to do what?
Our lightsabers to recover.
Even the ones that we didn't open up like idiots?
This is Merkava's prognosis of the lightsaber that he just looked at. which he
Oh,
Yeah.
opened up.
mine'll be fine. I'm not opening
You don't
it.
even.
Have you tried turning it on?
No.
Mine doesn't
That'd
work,
be dumb.
so-
Turning it on might damage it.
Short it out.
Yeah. If you have an iPhone that you dropped in the toilet, you immediately rush it to a bag of rice.
Hey! Holy.
Okay, so I think it's
I will
rest up time.
find a bag of rice on the ship and put my lightsabers inside.
No, that'll dry it out more.
If you flip Destiny, there will be a bag of rice on the ship.
Wait, no. I don't need to flip Destiny. Okay, actually you tell me if this is okay. I have the perk Go Without. Once per session, the character may perform the Go Without incidental. If he does, he counts as having the right tools for the job when performing the next skill check this time.
I will absolutely allow that, but because it's once per session. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I grab out my bags of rice and I store the lightsabers in there to protect them from the harsh sand.
Make an easy mechanics check.
As someone who is very proficient
Oh my
in mechanics, I will start crying.
I am going to suffer. What the fuck? I'm gonna suffer 1 strain and perform the intense focus maneuver.
Shit. Hold on. I'm gonna grab something. I'll still be able to hear you guys. You won't be able to hear me. I'll be right back.
And you said this was easy?
Yeah.
Boom! Oh wait, sorry. What do you want me
Just
easy
re-roll
check.
that.
just re-roll the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yay!
Hey.
Hey.
So, you do a masterful job setting up the lightsaber in a bowl of rice because you
yes.
had bags of rice that you put into a bowl.
Yeah, of course, that's the proper technique.
And you leave it lying on the bar, and you seem to be pretty confident that that's going to do something.
Both it and the Grillwood lightsaber. I'm gonna put both those in there.
Oh, okay. You know for a fact as you start to do this that the Grillwood lightsaber is, a finely crafted and polished piece of kit, and that the finish would be damaged from.
Oh, I don't want that to happen. I'll just leave that somewhere else in the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, what I will say is that from your time with the rice and the lightsabers, you notice that the Grillwood lightsaber has a very different ventilation system and may well be unaffected by the planet's phenomena.
I start vomiting blood. Shit, guys. Ooh,
I look over at Kasari, really concerned.
Not really. I didn't really vomit blood, I swear. That would be crazy.
Is this a natural human thing?
So we do when we get the rice out. We vomit the blood into the rice. It forms a recipe that we make chili. Anyway, but
It's rather disgusting.
but I'm gonna take the Grillwood lightsaber outside and try to ignite it.
Okay, and we're going to find out what happens after the break.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna get water.
Yay, break.
I'm gonna get cake.
Be back on the hour at the very latest, and yeah, be back now.
I am back.
Okay, I've returned. Let's see if we can get this jukebox door. Yay!
Oh man, I may not have to give up.
Jukebox is working.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's kind of slow, but it always works in the end.
It kind of ruins the dramatic moments, though.
Yeah, I agree. What I would recommend you consider, you don't have to, is using that tabletop audio website I showed you.
Oh yeah, that's a good plan. I'll think about that.
Because instead of the jukebox, you would just give us all a link, and we would run it in our browsers, and we would just hear whatever you play. And I'm pretty sure it's basically lagless. I mean, we would hear it immediately. So. The only problem with that is I'm not sure if you can play any songs. You might not be able to put all these video game songs you like a lot into it. So
I feel insulted by you like a lot. Does that mean you don't like them?
No, I do. I enjoy them. I'm just saying you're the one who chooses them.
Yeah. You mean to say that audio site won't have an orchestral version of Under the Sea?
I'm gonna make a guess and say no. It's a solid guess, I think. Are we going the regular time, by the way? 3 hours?
Yeah, I might go a little over unless there's a really big problem with that.
No, there shouldn't be. I was just wondering.
I'm thinking 3.5, 3 hours, something like that. Just for the return session to be a little longer into... I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to finish the content today, but maybe. So there's always a chance of that.
Puddy, how long did you think we were going to spend on Corellia?
2 or 3 sessions. You spent 4. So.
I think we doubled that.
You spent 4 sessions on Corellia.
So we doubled his lowest estimate, but we only increased his highest estimate by 1.5.
No, 1.
Yeah, wait. Well, no, we multiplied it by... Wait, math. 1 second.
Yeah, that's fair. No, wait, that's not true either, because that'd be
4.5. 1.3 recurring.
Okay. I'm not the best with the maths, so...
Quick maths, bro. 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3.
Wait, what?
Quick maths.
Is that from something?
Yeah, it's a song.
What's the song from?
Oh, what's the song called? I can't remember. Sorry.
Alright, I'm back.
Something stupid, probably.
Fire in the booth.
Fire in the Booth.
No, it's Man's Not Hot. Okay, is Chris, are you back? We don't need Chris to be. We need Chris. We don't need Chris to be back. We'll just carry on. He said he might be able to hear us if he was away. So, Merkava. I didn't know. Cedric, your bad habits wear off on me. Kasari, you head out, and the Grillwood lightsaber for a second. It looks like it's not going to ignite. It fizzles a little bit, and then a bunch of sand comes out of the ventilation system, and the Grillwood saber does ignite.
Oh yeah. Okay. I turn it off, go back inside, and I put the carbine on the table.
Okay.
And say, "Fuck y'all guns."
Everybody got guns. Okay, so you guys wait until morning now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just so I know this is like how things are working out. Does Chris have a gun?
Yes, Chris will have a gun. I believe.
I think so.
Which type of gun did you give him?
Got the revolver.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, a revolver.
So you're using
the only one I can use.
you're using a carbine then, Cedric.
Yeah, I'll use the carbine.
And then Marshall's is leaving the carbine that Celeste stole for her on the table.
I am incredibly insulted.
I mean, the way you worded it sounded like it was a dick move.
I will say, actually, because you've been battling with him over the theft of the pendant all day, and because you refuse to use his stolen gun, you can lose that to conflict.
Oh, okay, excellent.
You know, we could always return the guns when we're done.
Oh, yeah, that makes it better.
Yeah, we just leave them on their doorstep and leave.
Oh, we're not even gonna come out to it?
I know, we could leave a note saying sorry.
Oh my god, so immature. Sorry, we said
Okay,
shit.
so do you guys head to the east side of the town?
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, the east side
Okay.
sounds rough.
So you guys head to the east exit, and you can see the three of them there, and they've set up 4 kind of makeshift land speeders. And Guillermo puts his hand around Jesse's shoulder and says, "Jesse here is good with parts. He put together these things. They should get us through the desert pretty easily." It's at this point that you notice that there is a quite large sack attached to one of the speeders.
I say, what's in the sack?
Rations.
Oh, good.
So, I have a question, Putty. Since I have naturally thermal vision, am I capable of sensing a heat source from that sack or anything?
Sure, yeah. But I'll say that you'd have to make an easy perception check.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
Roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is useful, having someone who can see through walls. Well, relatively.
He couldn't sense through concrete. I'm going to say right now.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, there is a heat source coming from that bag, and all of it.
I say, I don't think rations produce active heat.
I'm not a scientist.
Guillermo says, "Rations you have to put a little work into too."
I drop it there, even though I don't really believe them. As
Guys,
long as
they're
I
eating
get to
people.
I mean, I personally suspect it's for weapons, but
These are nice guys. They never do anything below board.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are getting on the speeders and heading out into the desert.
Yeah.
Can
Yep.
I inspect them real quick to make sure they're in running order? They didn't just rig us up with a bob.
Okay.
That would be bad.
Wait, are you looking to see if they're in working order, or are you looking for a bomb?
I'm making sure they work.
Okay, in that case, it's going to be a hard mechanics check, and I'm going to roll Destiny on it, so it's going to be 1 challenge and 2 difficult.
Ooh.
They look to you to be in perfect, immaculate order, and in fact, you've never seen such a makeshift vehicle before. You're very impressed by Jesse's work.
Alright.
Oh no.
Nothing to see here, guys. Let's go die.
Oh no.
So are you guys going to let one of them navigate, or do you want to do it?
We'll let them, I think, unless Chris wants to.
Unless it's a survival, you shouldn't have me navigate.
It is survival.
Well, do you know where you're going, Chris?
Nope.
So confident.
Okay, so is survival agility?
Cunning.
Yeah, it's cunning.
Watch
So
them
you said
get
you wanted-
watch them get lost.
Whew.
Okay, so you
Turns
travel
out-
to... Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, it turns out it's Kato in the bag.
You travel through the desert for like 2 hours before you arrive at kind of a stop where they're going to rest. It's kind of, there's a small oasis, kind of a small pool of water, and they sit around just drinking it.
Oh, thank God.
I joined them. I imagine I'm probably fairly thirsty too, considering it's a desert.
I'm gonna take out a flask.
I'm gonna use my arm to try and shade my head.
I asked
The
if they
metal one.
have any tea.
They shake their heads.
Sorry, don't we have some on the ship? You should have brought it.
I wasn't prepared for a tea session. I didn't think
could've-
we'd be
you
stopping to drink.
You can flip Destiny to have the tea on you.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Let's live a little.
You prepare a wonderful camel meal. And everyone,
Wait, I honestly
uh,
forget how you flip Destiny.
Destiny L.
There it is, okay.
So you prepare a wonderful chamomile, and everyone is fantastically relaxed. Everyone in the party recovers 2 strain from the tea session.
Oh yeah. Everyone's like, this is weird, we're drinking hot tea in the middle of a desert, but...
I would have preferred iced tea, but
Shut
hey.
the fuck, we don't have ice.
We don't have the licensing rights to hire iced tea.
That's great. Okay.
Any conversations you guys are having, or are we just gonna head off again?
I can't think of anything.
I say to the jackers, so wherever we're going, is Jackson Reaver there?
They look at each other and go, no.
I
They
didn't-
really like their fake laughs.
They're big
and then
fans.
say, that's unfortunate, and then I continue to drink the tea.
So what are you looking for Jackson for? Glurma asks.
I say that is none of your business.
Well, if we're gonna lead you to him, then it kind of is our business. We don't want to get assassinated now, or mercy killed.
Well, trust me, you
That's our
wouldn't be
job.
able to stop me if I wanted him dead. But
What
I'm
does it
not
say?
on a hunt. That much I can tell you.
Alright then. Well, don't kill him before we do. That's all we ask.
You want him dead?
Oh, well, I do. But Jack doesn't.
Jack's a
Oh.
good man.
Oh,
I think he's more trouble than he's worth. Ever since the Jackers started, it's been all about Jackson. The one thing on Jack's mind. I think just get him out of the way.
I say, what can you tell me about Jackson? He sounds like an interesting fellow.
Well, one of the safest pilots on this side of the galaxy. Got caught up in hut space for God knows how long. He's known Jack since they were teenagers. Aside from that, I don't really know that much about him.
That blows my theory that Jack is Jackson's father.
What?
Well,
That is certainly a theory.
Well, Charles, if Jack was Jackson's father, then they would both have known each other while they were in their teens. If Jackson was born really early, so like Jack knew Jackson when he was like 18.
That is
and then
true.
Jackson grew up, so it makes sense.
That is such a dumb way to explain it, though.
Fuck you, Chris.
We both knew each other in our teens at various times.
I knew my mom in her 20s, and now she knows me in my 20s. So we knew each other in our 20s.
Yeah.
Okay, I say, well, do you... If that is it, then I won't bother you too much.
He nods and says, "Thank you," and then he sips his chamomile, recovers his 2 strain.
He says, "Finally, no."
I've had that 2 strain since Corellia. Anyway, yeah. So you guys head off again, and do you want them to navigate once more?
They know where they're going. We don't.
You don't really know where they're going. Okay, so Gilherme gets his 2 strain back. And you guys eventually arrive at a complex of buildings. There are 3, kind of an incline up to a hill, and surrounding the hill is 3 very large Jedi architecture-like buildings. One of them looks like some sort of... it's just a normal kind of type of building. Another one looks a bit more ornate, a few more tassels and decorations, and the other one looks like a very... It's one of the least auspicious-looking buildings. It doesn't look like it has any sort of architecture behind it.
Interesting. I say, so what is special about these buildings?
Well, Jedi kept them secret. That's special enough for us to have a look.
Don't the Jedi keep a lot of things secret?
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the secrets I could tell you.
I feel like a Jedi secret's about as common as, I don't know, Bantas.
The Mandalore was an inside job.
You can usually figure out what they're up to on one planet to another, but when there's a planet that's supposed to be unoccupied for about 100 years, and there are buildings like this on there, then there's got to be something valuable here.
What do the buildings look like again?
They're normal Jedi architecture. One of them is more fancy, then another one is medium fancy, and then there's one that's not very fancy.
The Jedi are excellent masons. You gotta give them that.
No, they have slaves to it. But what I was gonna say is, what is it? Does the buildings look very recent? Recently built?
No. Well, they don't look ancient, but they don't look...
Do they look 100 years old?
When you roll a knowledge lore check, that's hard.
I'll assist.
Okay.
What's your intelligence, buddy?
4.
Okay.
To you, they look under 100 years old, but because of that threat, you can't pinpoint it any more than that.
I say, well, yes, these buildings are certainly younger than 100 years. I'm curious as well as to what's inside them.
If the Emperor say anything...
Well,
The Emperor is quiet, silent.
well, there's only one way to find out. Like, we go inside, guys.
No.
Okay, so building...
We should still certainly be careful.
Which building?
Sand and all.
Kicks down door.
Cedric's going to go to the most ornate one.
As is Gilherme and Rose Lisa.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice anything particularly dangerous?
Sure. Make a average perception check. You can hear a buzzing coming from further up the hill.
I inform the group of this sound I hear.
Buzzing.
Yes,
Well, it's
it
either
seems to be coming from up the hill.
overactive bees
Oh no.
In the desert, okay. That is
In the
a
desert.
theory. That is
Sand
a
bees.
theory.
or something not great.
I'm gonna go with the sand bees
Man,
theory.
Cedric is so eloquent.
He is. He's a real speaker. I am going to... while they're going into the ornate building, what other buildings do I see?
There's a medium fanciness building, and there is a low fanciness building.
I'm gonna go into the shittiest one.
Right, okay. Merkava, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to the bad one.
Okay, and Jesse will join you too.
The fanciness
Actually, no,
the fanciness is a red herring. It's all in the shitty one.
Jesse is going to stay outside, actually. Celeste, what are you doing?
Celeste is also staying outside, considering he's unsure whether or not those buildings are dangerous or not.
Oh, they're probably dangerous.
So
You will-
he'll stay with this Jess guy.
Okay, so we'll start with the shitty building. So Merkava and Kasari, you walk in, and it appears to be some sort of storage facility. It is dusty as all hell. There are a few like spiders, really dangerous desert spiders in the corner.
Oh,
Sand.
And there are boxes. Lots and lots of boxes.
at
Hey,
a quick
you-
glance, what's inside the boxes?
You'd have to open them.
Alright. I guess I'll force power move one into the middle of the room. Help me get this open. You're
That's-
stronger than I am.
That's fancy.
Now, that is fancy. I start opening it up.
Okay, it's going to be an average athletics check.
Yeah, I couldn't make that. I have a 50% chance of failing an easy athletics check.
Oh, jeez. That's easy. It was meant to be average.
Oh,
Roll another purple die.
Just
Okay, so 3 success, 3 advantage. You push it open, and it like flies across the room with your vigor and your strength.
I didn't
And
mean to do
inside
that.
you can see a number of rations that are clearly gone off.
Okay. Based on the packaging labels, does it seem that everything in this room is rations?
No, you can't tell that from the packaging labels.
alright, well. Might as well pick through a few more, see if there's a trend here.
Okay. How about we pick one on the other side of the room so that we get a nice variety?
Alright, yeah, sounds good. I'll move it over.
Okay, make an average athletics check. You. Oh.
Oh,
easy.
God.
Jeez.
You used too much of your strength on the first one, so this one just. And
You're
just
a little
about get
winded.
it. Inside are a bunch of Jedi robes with a bunch of dust all over
Ooh, Jedi robe. Well, I already got a set. Are they special?
them. No. Well, they don't seem to be from your eyes.
You know, I don't have a set of robes.
Use your eyes, Merkava. Do these look special?
I'll look with my special eyes.
They very clearly are Jedi robes, but they're not the type that you've seen. They're clearly an indicator of a very specific sect of Jedi, but you don't know that sect.
What color are they? Buddy?
Like a light, like I said, purple, like a light purple, like lilac.
Okay.
I really like that.
Oh, that would go so well with my blade.
Same here. Purple and yellow.
Purple and purple.
What the fuck?
You know what? Thinking about Cedric and situation, I'm like, yeah, he'd like this, and I'll grab 2.
The stats are the same as the Jedi robes in the books. So.
I was just going to swap out the roby part of my armor.
That's fine. We'll do that.
Yeah. Because you know how
okay.
like the armor still has the cloth part of it.
Yeah, sure. So, is that all from you guys in the storage room?
No, we're gonna open every single box. How many are
How
there?
about we open one more from a different part of the room?
All right. How about the back wall?
Okay, cool. Why don't you make an average athletics check?
Because we're finding new things, and I think as long as we find new things, we should keep going.
Immediately finds one ration. We're done. We're out of here.
You open up another box, and inside are a bunch of shovels.
Shovels?
Shovels.
What the fuck were they doing with shovels?
Well, they could be digging graves.
Clearly shoveling things, Marshall. Come on, get with the picture.
Yeah.
I say, Merkava, should we keep looking?
They were trying to bury Triple H.
Well, shovels are intriguing. That means there's buried treasure. So,
Fact. No one would ever use shovels for anything else.
Never.
it's not conceivable. You could even say it's inconceivable.
They kept on having
using the
buried alive matches.
Using the 3 crates we've opened, is there any way I can use that to come up with some sort of system of organization that they've used?
Yeah, well, why don't you roll, like, I don't know what it would be. Maybe just a raw int check, unless you can think of a skill.
I don't know. Are we educated in the forms of storage?
Education is a good idea. Roll an education check.
Yeah, because they specifically say education should just be used for shit that you don't know what to do with.
Alright. Do you want me to roll it?
Yeah, sure.
But, yeah.
And what's the difficulty? Hard?
No, it's easy.
Oh, okay.
God damn it.
Okay, for you, Chris, it looks like they put the valuable stuff on the right, like the Jedi robes, and the invaluable stuff on the left, like the shovels.
Invaluable.
Segregation.
It's invaluable
it's
to
supposed
them.
to be.
Sorry. Not valuable.
Oh, okay. I say we gotta sell these shovels on eBay. Okay.
Space eBay.
Space
Day.
I say we pick another crate from the right side then.
Okay, yeah, let's, I'll move it over. It's more robes, I'm taking them all.
What? You didn't take all of them from the first crate.
No, I'm gonna take them all then. So we'll just have like 30 in the ship.
Yeah, we can start our own Jedi Academy.
Well, the reign of terror would end eventually.
And as hard as you can, that box just will not open. There must be something really good
wait.
inside.
Could I make an attempt to open it?
No, you should have helped.
Can I cut the top open with my lightsaber?
Yes. Make a lightsaber melee check.
Oh, yours still works? What the hell?
We found out that the grill wood works in sand.
Of course it does.
You can tell though, Marshall, as you ignite it, that it took a bit longer this time, and more sand came out of the ventilation system.
That's good. Wait, I'm not sure if that's good.
How much damage did you do?
I do 10 damage.
Yeah, the top comes off, and so do like a bunch of the rations you slice in half as they go flying across the room.
Just more rations. God damn it. By the way, your organization system sucks. The rations were on the right side of the room. It means dick all.
No, maybe they're trying to juke us. Let's grab one from the left.
God damn it.
Okay, as
Open
you
it.
guys keep going through the boxes, we'll cut to the other building. When you guys walk in, it appears to have once been some sort of command center with communication devices that have long since deactivated and stopped working, and maps and such. However, the corner has been turned into sort of a home with a bed and a number of like places, and you can see a bulge in the bed.
Ew.
The only word I heard from that was bulge.
Okay, Beavis and Butthead.
He said bulge.
Do you know who that is?
Guilherme and Rose look at you very weirdly.
I guess it's a person, because there's a bulge in the bed.
Guilherme walks over, and like you notice that the bulge, is a person, and he begins whispering in Guilherme's ear.
Do I recognize this person?
He's very old, and he's wearing Jedi robes.
Clearly, he's a Sith.
Hello?
You notice
Who
that
is this?
He's still whispering to Guillerme. And you're halfway across the room at this point.
Who's with me? Rose is also with me, right?
Yeah.
I look over at Rose and say, "Who is this?"
I don't know.
I look back over at Guillerme and say, "Who is this person?"
Waves his hand at you as if to say, "Shut up, I'm listening."
Cedric's got a very confused face on his face.
Okay, so Guillerme comes over to Rose and whispers in her ear, and she nods, and he nods, and then he leaves the building.
I'm going to approach the person.
Come closer, I can't see you.
I kneel down by the bed. Say,
Ah, what a strong young man you are.
if you don't mind me asking, who are you?
My name is Johannes. I was a Jedi here during the Great Sith War. We had a very secret task. I couldn't tell anyone about it, but I'm the last left. And now I need to if our task is to continue.
What task?
During the Sith War, there were a few of our enemies that... Well, we couldn't kill them through conventional means. They weren't so connected to the realm of the flesh. So we came up with a strategy. We transported them if we could capture them here, and we trapped them underground in great tombs. We thought if we didn't kill their flesh, they would be trapped there. And well, so far it seems to have worked.
So, you've been guarding Sith here?
Yes, about 30 of them.
Oh no, the fun travel music has ended.
Always a bad sign.
And you want this to continue?
Well, of course, we can't let them out. They're a danger to the galaxy. Don't have long left. Come close, come close. I understand you're traveling with a group of people that are not on the same wavelength. So I told the other one where to find the site, and now I'll tell you which grave to dig up.
Which grave to dig up?
Underneath that grave is the entrance to the tomb. It's the one grave in the cemetery without anything on the tombstone. And
You okay, man? You actually sound like you're dying.
Really good coughing.
he
You just swallow sand.
Oscar-worthy. Everyone.
You see the eyes. You see his eyes grow dim, and he's gone.
It sounded like I could feel the sand.
Hey, Cedric, check if he has a lightsaber for me.
You know what it
do that?
reminded me
The
of?
priorities.
It reminded me of the penguin from Toy Story.
Oh my god, yes!
Fuck you.
No, that's a compliment. You were really good at coughing.
Right. So, do you do that, Cedric?
No, I'm not looking for a saber on him.
Okay. You do know this one, by the way. It is there.
I leave it.
Okay.
He should be left with his saber.
I agree. Okay, so I'm gonna cut to Sless, who notices Guillerme leaving the place, and he goes up to Jesse, and he throws him a shovel, and the two of them start to go up the hill.
Oh, you need shovels? We got shovels.
And then
I say,
as they walk away, you hear Guillerme saying to Jesse, "There are two kinds of people in this world, Jesse. People who dig and people who don't."
I look at them and say, Where are you two going?
We're just gonna have to take care of something on the side. We won't be long. It's not part of the main objective here.
I look at them and say, "What?" I look at them and I'm confused, and I say, "What is it that you could possibly need to dig up on that hill?"
We're not digging anything up, Guilherme says, grabbing the sack off of the speeder.
Okay, be careful. Whatever's going buzz buzz might be dangerous.
We'll keep an eye out, thanks.
I then
No.
whisper under my breath, Chetar Matel.
At what point am I going to be leaving this structure to get back out to Celeste?
Yeah, well, probably about 10 minutes after that, since your conversation was quite a while. But we're going to cut back to the storage people.
Oh, yeah.
You've gone through all the boxes.
Oh, my God.
But you managed to open up all the... There were a fuck ton of rations, a fuck ton of Jedi robes. You found some lightsabers, and you got excited until you realized they were Padawan training sabers. They are there, though.
I would still want one of those.
Okay.
I'll still take one of the Padawan training sabers just because if I get a Padawan one day, I want to get.
Actually, it'd be kind of nice to just have a few of those so we could spar safely on the ship.
Yeah, sure. So the stats are in the book. You should be able to find them quite easily. They're under lightsaber. And finally, you did find a box that seems to be like personal valuables of whoever was here. There were a few like pictures of people you don't recognize, a few Twi'leks, a few humans, a few. It's mainly it's a pretty racially
just those two.
Yeah, it's a pretty racially like narrow organization over here, so it was just those two.
They're all having sex.
Necklaces and a few pieces of clothing, and you do find a crystal.
Oh, I inspect the crystal.
You're not quite sure what kind of crystal it is, but it's very pretty.
I asked Merkava if I can add it to my crystal collection.
Do you have a crystal collection?
I do.
Well, hold on, let me take a look at it. I might have a use for it.
I do have a use for it.
Yeah, crystal collection.
Anyway,
so far I've got
yeah.
2 crystals.
All right, so what's this thing look like? Can I
blue.
discipline it to see if there's any sort of good or
You
evil
need to discipline
or
your children, Chris, and your crystals.
I meant, can I roll discipline on it?
No, you can make a simple knowledge lore check to see if there's any evil.
I can
on
hear
it.
that. Simple.
Why is it that Chris always wants to roll discipline?
Because he's got really good discipline.
It's like really, really good.
It doesn't even make sense in most of the contexts he wants to
Yeah.
roll.
Almost failed.
It was simple, not easy.
Yeah,
That's right.
So you have 7 advantage. There's no evil on this crystal. The crystal actually looks at you very weirdly, as if to say, "Bro."
Wait, it can speak?
No,
Oh.
as if to say, "Bro," not actually saying "bro."
Wait, the crystal is
So
moving.
is it offended?
It
That
is
I-
offended. Yeah.
What's the Emperor say? No, I'm kidding. No.
Nothing.
And sometimes I wish he was more talkative, but I'm kind of glad he's quiet.
Can I put it in my collection now?
Well, can I tell what kind of crystal it is?
That would be like an education check, and it would be formidable.
No harm in it. Might as well.
I'll assist you.
So is that a boost?
Yeah, it's gonna be a boost. And
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a boost.
So that is formidable. That's 5.
We'll start putting our heads together literally,
It's
and we'll
5.
be like, crystal knowledge.
Whew.
Oh my God, we explode.
You think it is a type of diamond commonly found on Dantooine.
So it's a Dantooine crystal.
You think it's a type of diamond commonly found on them.
Okay. Can I put it in my collection then?
Yeah, you can hold it for now.
I hiss.
Are you broadening the collection to just any form of crystals?
Well, to be fair, it already got broadened to that. I grabbed the crystal, I put it in my bag, and I run off like a golem with it.
Yeah, she has
Oh
the
my
jewel
God.
of Antar.
Shh.
Oh my god, I forgot we had that.
No, you weren't even there. Oh well, maybe you saw it on the off.
Yeah.
Stream, but
He says, "Yeah." I don't think he watched it.
Nah. Yeah. Nah.
Okay.
well, there's a way to test. What color is the jewel of Antar?
Nah.
Okay. Anyway,
Do
so
you leave the storage room?
yeah, I go to the medium building.
Well, actually, as you leave, they also leave the fancy building, and Celeste is now alone. Which you might have some interaction before you go into the medium building because everyone's outside now.
Oh, I say, Celeste, anything happened out here? Anything interesting?
Yes. One of the people that went into the other building came out, gave the guy, the Jesse fellow who's standing out here, a shovel, and they said they went up to the hill after saying there are two kinds of people in this world. Ones who dig and one who don't. It's a strange saying. I don't quite understand what is with these diggings and not diggings, but
Those two people like to classify everyone in the world into two classes based on some arbitrary distinction that happens to make sense at that time. It's like they're on a plane and they're like, there's two kinds of people in this world, girl. People who sit on the outside of the row and people who sit on the window.
I feel as though that completely ignores people who sit in the middle.
Well, this is a small plane.
They are
with only
such
two...
heroes.
No, this is a small plane with only 2 rows.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Yeah. Okay.
So at this point, you guys hear a loud, resounding bang, like the sound of a revolver going off.
I think that's probably them.
I'm gonna sigh audibly.
I
Am
ready my slug thrower and say, well, I guess we should go find out what they did.
By the way, Putty, I would assume that it's probably easier to keep the Grillwood Saber working if I just keep it on.
You might think that. I couldn't possibly say.
So can I do that?
Absolutely, you can do it. You can
Okay,
keep
cool.
it drawn. Right, so at this point, Guillermo comes walking down the hill, his revolver slowly going back into his holster. Rose,
Is everything
Rose
all
asks
right?
him. He shakes his head, and Rose says, "Is it done?" And then he nods. And then Guillermo says, "Look, we don't have any interest in a Sith tomb. We know our limits. We're not going to go plodding around. Me and Rose are going to head back on one of the speeders. The other 3 are yours. We don't care about them anymore. Thanks for the help, and thanks for not betraying us. We're going to get out of here."
Did they just kill the other dude?
No. Jesse's still here, right?
No. Jesse's not still here.
What the fuck? They took Jesse out here just to shoot him in the desert? Someone should go check on Jesse.
I mean, I think
Like,
that
am I outside?
We find Jesse.
Yeah, everyone's outside. Everyone had come outside.
Jesse's
at the
just
same time.
pissing around the corner. He's like, wait up.
I say,
think-
well, let's go find out.
Well, we need to go around there anyway. Let's go.
Wait, why do we need to go around there anyway?
Let's just have a look a sec.
It's so weird. Why
No,
would they,
I don't want. Look,
why would
Look, let's go around to double check.
Why would they
tell
take-
me?
why
Why
would-
are we going up to Buzzing Hill?
Why would they go all the way to this place just to kill someone? That makes no sense. Like they
Are you
could-
guys-
You've obviously never dealt with
Are you
criminals.
guys not going to intervene? Because they're getting on the speeder and leaving if you're not intervening. So are you letting that happen?
I mean, I say, hey, where's Jesse?
Guillermo looks shooken up and upset, and Rose puts her hand on his shoulder and rubs it a little bit, and he says, "I didn't make it.
What?
It's a shame.
What took him?
There are two people in this world," and he ignites the speeder.
Wait, who took him? Answer
was
my
the
damn
bees.
questions. There's two types of people in this world: people who answer questions, and people who are assholes.
Turns to you with a small smile creeping up his side of his lip, and he says, "I told you at the start, mercy killing," and then they leave.
I scream in frustration of lack of information, and then I run into the medium-sized building to cry.
Oh no, he had the plague.
Oh, that might be true.
I sigh. I'm going to investigate what's going on this hill.
Ooh,
in this hill.
That would make sense if he had the plague, because they were wary of touching people's hands. Maybe that's connected.
Wait, are you all going up the hill, or are you leaving just leaving in the medium building?
I'm going up the hill.
Kasari's crying in the medium building.
Okay, Merkava. Merkava is currently. Oh,
Merkava's in the fetal position in the middle of the desert.
Merkava's going to go up the hill.
He's vomiting again for plague.
Merkava's going to go up the hill. So the three of you walk up the hill, and you can see a number of graves, and on the far side, buzzing, kind of a large, engorged, sort of mutated fly of sorts, or three of them floating around some of the graves. Closer to you guys, though, is a freshly dug grave.
Can I have a look and see if there's anything like on the grave?
On the freshly dug grave?
Drug.
Like, yeah.
There's no tombstone or anything. It looks like just dug in the middle of this hill.
Is there anything in the grave?
Yeah. Okay. So you look inside and you can see the dead
We got shovels.
body of Jesse next to a dead Twi'lek female.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's what was in the bag.
Well, it wasn't
this
the
is-
worst thing I thought it could be.
I say,
It could have been Jackson.
so I'm not the only one doing hunting. And I look at the Twi'lek.
Evidently not.
I don't think I know many Twi'lek. So I don't think I could identify who the hell it is.
So they're both definitely dead, or is there a way we can get a better?
If you want to get in there and have a feel,
I
Start poking 'em.
wouldn't jump in the grave if I was.
it's about 5 foot deep.
You jump in the grave, and out of nowhere, Galerme shoots you in the head.
Nothing personal.
Um,
The game was rigged from the start.
Then the cons walk away.
I do get in the grave to inspect the bodies further.
Okay, make an easy medicine check.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is one big Fallout New Vegas reference, isn't it?
So you investigate Jackson. Yes, it's Jackson.
It suddenly is Jackson in the grave, and I'm like, well, looks like I'm not going to get that information.
You look at Jesse, and he's very clearly dead. Although there are a few signs on the Twi'lek that you're not sure about. So I need to roll a hard medicine check on that one.
A hard what? Hard medicine.
And I'm going to flip Destiny, so make it one challenge and two.
Okay, well, I'm going to flip a Destiny too.
Okay. So, are you going to downgrade me or upgrade you?
Upgrade me.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
Well, she seems dead, but you're not. And the whole grossness of the situation gives you 2 strength.
Okay. I say, I really need more of that tea.
This is gross.
No, good job confirming that corpse we dug up is dead.
I look and I say,
You
if you
never
keep
know.
on talking to me like that, I can make sure there's a third.
Oh shit.
Hey guys, now we've had enough bloodshed today.
Either way, Jedi why are you interested in this hill? I turn to Cedric.
Well, I happen to know pretty much where that tomb is. If, like...
Tomb? What tomb? You can't speak of tombs and expect everyone to know.
The Jackers did say there were a Sith tomb here. Were you just not listening?
No, I wasn't. I was too busy observing the fact that they killed their friend.
Okay, fair enough. There's a Sith tomb here with 30 Sith.
Are
30
they
Sith.
dead?
No.
So...
But they're not really alive. I had this conversation with this.
I think they're in like a form of
Dying.
stasis.
What? It's at this point that
Well,
is completely confused. He's like, there are two kinds of people. Those who are alive and those who are dead.
This is going to be the best reference.
Well, unless you're a ghost.
You believe in fairy tales, Jedi?
No, the Force can literally create ghosts.
I look at him and I'm like, as a average person who's not familiar with the Force at all, other than it's some weird voodoo magic that Jedi do, he says, "What? The Jedi are ghosts? They can turn into ghosts?"
I think so.
I'll say, Cedric, you never had any personal experience with such a thing.
I've not seen it personally, but
because technically in the canon, that's a big thing.
It's a very big thing that most Jedi don't know about in canon.
Qui-Gon Jinn was one of the first to discover it in like 1,000 years.
Yeah, but that's like 5,000 years from now.
Well, yeah, but I think it implies that it's probably always kind of like pretty exclusive information. I mean, it might be common. I don't know.
Well, we've sort of seen the ghost of a Sith Lord before.
Yes, but that doesn't imply... Well, yes, but that doesn't imply Jedi could do it. But
Oh, we've seen a Jedi Sith Force Ghost as well during the trials. Then
that definitely implies that Jedi can do it. I say...
I
would know.
Forgot about that, yeah.
I say... Either way, so why do you care so much about interacting with this tomb? If they're buried underground, they should be fine.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if they are fine or not. Considering
Well,
there
I'm
were
sure
people
that
guarding it for the last, probably nearly 100 years since the Great Sith War.
Chris, make a hard resilience check.
Why?
You're feeling under the weather.
Yeah, you could just say, congrats, you failed the resilience check. What a twist.
Things begin to go dark. Now make a daunting discipline check.
Oh no. Oh no.
Shit.
Oh no!
Oh, Chris, this is very bad. This is absurdly bad.
I'm flipping Destiny, so it's
no!
1 challenge and 3 difficulty.
Guys,
When
when Marshall said this was going to be a bad session, I didn't realise it would go so bad.
the destiny was an omen. Oh god.
Oh no!
So, Chris, from your perspective, you pass out. To everyone else, though, nothing seems to have happened to Merkava.
That's not good. That's
Oh
not good.
no!
That's not good. That's not good.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay. I say, well, I think that whatever's in that tomb is likely not our problem.
No, Merkava says. I think we should have a look. Make sure
I think we
everything.
should wake them up and resurrect them.
I don't know about you, Merkava, but we don't have the ability to kill ghosts.
Well, you said it was some sort of tomb, right, Cedric? So I'm sure they're under control.
Well, they were guarding the tomb. If there's no guards left, they might not be under control.
So what exactly did this person say to you?
Said there were 30 Sith down there, and they've been guarding them ever since the Great Sith War.
I do have a question, Putty. Now that I'm on top of the hill, do I hear that buzzing sound better?
Yes, and you can see it's coming from the 3 bloated, mutated flies halfway across the graveyard.
Oh, okay.
And McGraw says, what exactly did that person want you to do up here?
I guess continue his mission. Guard
Yes.
this from...
So we've got to get down
Any
there and have a
evil.
look to make sure that we can guard it properly.
Such good arguments.
That is a fair point.
Slus says, look, I'm not interested in guarding no Jedi tombs or fighting ghosts. So, I'm out.
I said to Kasari.
Kasari's not here. She's in the mid.
Oh yeah,
the
she's
medium
gone.
Building.
I say to Merkava, I'm just gonna check on Kasari, and then
I don't know.
Oh,
if
I
you-
said,
don't leave Merkava alone right now.
I don't know that Merkava's
No, I
complete
was going to
evil.
say that Sless says, don't worry, if you want, I can check up on her while you do Jedi
Yeah.
business.
No, you don't know that I'm evil.
That's a good. Yeah, no, actually, on your Cedric, you don't notice anything has actually changed. Try and put me playing the character aside.
Yeah, I'll put my hand on Sweat and say thanks.
It could just be like a what's it called? Weekend with Bernie's kind of deal.
Yeah.
I put my hand on
Weekend at
Sweat and
Bernie's.
say
If the creepy kids who fucking manipulated Bernie's corpse were the Sith Emperor.
I say,
You don't know they weren't.
I say to Celeste, just there is a 90% chance that she's going to try and run up here when she hears about this. So A, don't tell her about this, and B, if she does want to come running up here, just keep her in that building.
So before
Whatever you
Slash
do.
runs off, I
this
want to
could go
mention
bad.
something. Because I think we can finish the content today, but I'd like to extend the session by an hour. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Okay, it should be fine. At one point in the next hour, I need to go upstairs to do something. Would that be okay?
How?
It should take about 5 minutes.
Should be okay, yeah.
Okay.
we'll just take a 5-minute break.
Yep, when we do that. Sure.
Okay. I'll tell you when it needs to happen then.
Chris, is that alright with you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, so Slash, you're going down the hill. Merkava is asking you, Cedric, where the entrance to this thing is.
I'm gonna look around for the tomb without anything on it.
So none of the
Any-
graves that you can find without attracting the ire of the 3 flies over there are blank.
Merkava, I think it's over there by the big bloated flies. We might have to go through the fly. I can punch them quite hard. Can you shoot them?
Merkava thinks. I have other methods at my disposal.
Oh no, Force
I'm
Lightning,
a
Force
Jedi
Lightning,
after all.
Force Lightning, Force Lightning!
I look at him and go, okay, let's do this.
This is so awesome.
Alright, roll initiative, you are prepared. Merkava, you roll initiative as well. You're prepared.
Oh, I get to roll it? Okay.
Yeah.
Idiot roll. Remember the PC at the end?
I actually remembered this. Actually, let me double check my It is
Yeah, we're doing cool.
cool. Oh, I actually upgraded my cool. Thank God. Boom. Didn't help.
Oh, this ain't great.
Cedric.
Oh no!
The flies!
Remember, it was nothing personal, kid.
Our flies like attacks. Okay. So the flies, noticing your aggressive posturing, are all going to come towards you, Cedric, and start trying to bite you. Yeah. Lick.
Okay.
So that, oh geez, these are particularly strong mutated flies.
Their flaming barbed tongues come out, and they're like, "We just want to lick you."
Do you have any melee defense?
Because I have my... let me just check, because defensive gives defense, right?
Yeah, but you have to have it, like, you have to have it out. And
Yeah, well, I would draw my ancient sword.
Oh, okay.
So I've got 2 defense.
They miss you.
Yes, that defensive.
As you as they bounce off your defensively held sword, and
Remember, alt phrase the setback die.
So Cedric or Merkava, which one's going next?
To be fair, I think Merkava would be. I'll let Merkava go. I need to check something. Actually, make a fear check because they came into engage range of me.
You can tell when you look at these flies and they come into range, and you'd usually see people cry of fear that these particular mutated monstrosities have no concept of the concept of fear.
Oh, I'm gonna go cry now.
Merkava, make an average discipline check and add your force power die. And by the way, you have all 3 of your force rating.
Okay. You said average, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That's. Oh. Oh no.
Oh no. This is bad. Very bad.
Okay, Merkava, you gain 1 conflict.
Unlimited.
Unlimited power.
So, Merkava, you then gain an additional 3 conflict.
God damn it.
No.
And Cedric, you see as Merkava's hands begin to crackle, and a large bolt of lightning flies and jumps between the 3 flies, setting them on fire, burning them to a crisp, and you hear a high-pitched as they all fall to the ground, burned and dead.
What the fuck?
I have a very shocked expression on my face.
That is
And I
terrifying.
I just turn my head over to Merkava while holding my sword and go, "What?"
He rubs the back of his head and says, "Oh, I learned force power protect, and it turns out you can do damage if you turn it around."
Is that... Wait, Chris, did you learn Force Power Protect?
Yes.
I don't think you did.
Okay.
Now, where's that tomb?
I go again.
That was like the most meta comment ever, buddy. I learned Force Power Protect, and
I'm role-playing Chris. So as you walk down this hill, Celeste, you can see you see there's a flash of blue behind you, and Kasari within this building, which by the way looks like barracks, but they haven't been used in decades. It looks like to you. Even you hear the cracking of like a lightning storm hitting nearby.
Oh, what have I been doing in the barracks this whole time?
You said you were crying?
Oh, yeah, but I also wanted to look around.
And it just looks like there's nothing of value in there, even if you searched it top to bottom.
Okay.
It just looks like an old barracks that is being disused.
After about 30 minutes, I get over my crying.
Okay, and you walk out, I guess, and Slash is there, and the two of you have heard a cracking of lightning behind you guys.
I say, Jesus, what is that?
I pause for a second and say, I guess Jedi business?
Jedi business? What? That sounds like... Would I know anything about Force lightning?
Probably would have heard about it.
I would have maybe studied it. It would have been in like the restricted section. So when we were
Why
like,
don't you roll like an average lore check and see?
okay, when we were training, we like ran off at night and like snuck into the library and read about Sith things. Like, oh,
No, that's definitely Shao.
Meanwhile, Chris, you become somewhat aware, and you feel like you're trapped almost in like a cage of Force energy. Is almost how you.
Oh no!
Force caging has been turned on against you.
Marshall, yeah, you're pretty knowledgeable about the mechanics of Force lightning.
And I think that sounds like it.
Yeah.
I say, that's no Jedi. That's a Sith. I grab my lightsaber and I ready. I say,
wait. Cedric and Merkaba told me that I was to let them handle it and to prevent you from running in.
I don't know if you were supposed to tell me that.
Well, it's clearly you're about
to start running.
So he says, look, they think it's too dangerous for you, and I suggest that we wait and let them handle it.
If there's a Sith Lord on the top of that hill, they need every piece of help they can get. I've seen what they can do.
Trust me, what's in that tomb is not capable of being harmed by us. Well, at least definitely not me.
I say Sith Lords can take a shot from a blaster.
Not these kinds.
By the way, Chris, at this point you become aware of 3 or 4 presences of dark energy that you could move yourself towards in a way.
What kind of Sith Lords are you talking about? What do you know so much about them anyway?
I only know what Cedric told me. I paused for a second, contemplating whether or not I want to tell you more, but I say, look, if I explain to you what's going on, do you promise you won't rush into combat?
No. I mean, I promise. Can I roll a deception check?
Yeah, it's against his discipline.
Okay.
That would be two purples.
Chris, do you try to move yourself towards these energies?
Can I make anything out about them?
No, not really. They're just dark energies. You think they're people?
I think.
I guess I'll walk up and say, "Hey,
so you go
what's going on?" Sure.
Okay. You're gonna have a vision. So Marshall, yeah, Slash, you can tell she's totally gonna go into combat if you let her.
I say, look, you're still young, and they're clearly experts in this Jedi business.
Jedi business.
I think that it is probably better if you at least think before you go in and get yourself killed.
I say they're powerful, but their wisdom is lacking, and I think together they could barely rub together enough enough brain cells to figure out what's going on.
I chuckle a little and say, yes, they seem to be rather brave Jedi.
Brave is a good word.
A bit lightly, but the foe that they face, apparently they plan on facing down some kind of Sith ghost.
A Sith ghost?
That is what I understand. According to them, it is something that both Sith and Jedi can master. The capability of living after death.
And these Sith ghosts can shoot lightning bolts?
I don't know.
Do I know anything about that, buddy? About the capabilities of ghosts shooting lightning from their fingertips?
Well, if you've seen the latest movie, we know that thunderstorms are within
Make a formidable lore check.
I'm gonna spend 1 strain to upgrade this check. And I'm gonna flip a destiny die.
You're supposed to use it after.
I'm sorry, I'm still bad at that. I'll always be bad at it. I can't help
We
it.
all forgive you.
Oh, thank you.
Probably.
Oh, wow.
Hypothetically.
That was a little hostile. Wasn't a big fan of that. You said it was formidable?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, very close.
You haven't heard about Sith ghosts. You don't know what the fuck they are, and you have no clue if they'd be capable of unleashing Sith lightning.
I say, fine, I'll wait here. But you can tell Cedric and Merkava that I'm keeping this crystal I found no matter what.
I say, well, you can tell them, because I don't plan on
Oh,
going
no,
in there.
apparently you're like our messenger now. They can't speak to me directly anymore.
I mean, you
You
probably
know,
don't want
for
to
a
talk to me
Jedi,
right now.
you're rather hostile.
I am pissed when people tell me what to do for no good reason. I take out my lightsaber and I start carving designs into the dirt for fun while I'm pissed, while I'm angry.
Okay. We'll cut to
I
to
draw
Chris's
I draw
vision
like
then.
dicks and like dinosaurs and stuff, just whatever comes to mind.
So, Chris, you know that you can feel that within yourself you're harboring this residual well of power that can connect to seemingly very far away energies, and you feel yourself going through those connections, and you see yourself. You find yourself looking through eyeballs that are not your own, but you can see through them, and you feel within this body that is clearly you can't control it. You don't have any power over it, but you can see and hear as if you were this person. You feel masculine, you feel male, and you are looking at a shorter Zabraki female lady, and you hear yourself speaking without your consent. The signal, is it your sister's? And the female replies, I think so. She must have dropped her communication device when she was fighting you. What are we going to do? Leave it. Bait. I need to get back in there anyway. I didn't achieve my objectives the last time. And you feel yourself back within the cage. And we'll cut back to Cedric, who has noticed Merkava kind of, relaxing after the fight. Are you going to react to what just occurred?
What the hell was that?
I told you, force, power, protect.
I want to be bitter, but I get it.
I wanna be the very best.
And then Merkava seems to have a change of thought, and he says, "You know, actually, now that I think about it, perhaps we should leave this tomb. It's hidden out in the middle of nowhere. You know what? If we just leave now, nobody will ever find it, and that's protection enough, right?"
Well, now I don't trust it. I think we should go inside the tomb now.
Well, there are at least 2 people who know where it is, and I think both of them would probably sell that information to the wrong people, or at least to the highest bid.
Let's head back to the colony then and talk to them about it.
That seems like a fair
From a
plan.
meta perspective, I do not like that idea.
Okay, so and Merkava also says, "Okay, you head down the hill, and I'm just gonna make a call into the Republic and ask a few things. I have a few questions.
Can you call from here? Do you have that sort of device?
I can certainly try."
Alright, what? No, what?
I look at him really suspiciously, then start walking down the hill.
I have at this point replicated the carvings in the Hall of Stories on Dantooine in the sand.
So, Chris,
can I roll to see how impressed I am?
yeah, sure. So, why don't you make a knowledge lore check? That's daunting.
Okay.
And meanwhile, Chris, after you can't tell how long has passed, but after a little longer in the cage, you feel like yourself again. You are in your own body. You're in control of your own body. However, your throat is on fire, and you feel like you need to cough at it. Formidable was... Did I say formidable?
You said formidable.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I meant daunting, so we'll just take the last one off and you still feel.
Okay.
Chris, you feel yourself again. However, you feel extremely ill. Your throat and your chest are burning, and you struggle. You feel like you don't know where you are for a second. Then you realize you're up on top of the hill, and you realize that if you don't get somewhere reasonable soon, you might collapse.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hurry into the temple then and say, "Hey, you guys didn't happen to bring any water, did you?"
Have you sent the message to the Republic?
What message?
So you got to whisper in your ear, "Go with it, or they'll suspect you."
Fair enough, creepy guy. I'll say in my head. Yeah.
Okay.
Seriously though, about that water, Jesus Christ, it's sandy.
Do these guys rejoin us by now?
About force power protect, you know it. Yeah, you're all together now. Chris, by the way, make a hard resilience check.
Oh my god.
Your flu is very helpful, you hear.
Oh my god, okay. Yeah, just one green. Nope.
You've been close a few times.
Everyone notices that Merkava is fading.
I say, wait, like Back to the Future style? What do you mean?
Like, his eyes are growing more and more closed.
Oh,
his
okay.
breathing is getting slower.
I catch him.
I say...
Are you just letting me go?
I turn around looking at you guys, and I am pissed in a very sort of just like, not in a genuine hateful way, but like in a frustrated way. And I say, what the hell, guys? First you exclude me, and also what happened on there with ghosts and lightning? I heard force lightning up there. Was that a ghost?
Yeah, sure, go with that.
What do you mean? that is
Roll
You
a
say it out
deception.
loud.
Putty,
Roll a
can
deception check.
he have huge disadvantage? That was the least convincing. Sure, we'll go with that. That is barely passable as a lie.
One setback, and our discipline is the difficult.
What's your discipline?
Oh, you might be in trouble.
Well, it would have been higher before I was murdered, but my discipline is 1 yellow, 2 green. Oh no!
No!
Does not look like he has had real problems lying today, and you're starting to notice his tells. His mechanical arm, he starts to rub it with his fleshy arm.
Can I gain a permanent boost to telling if he's lying?
Yeah, if you remember it. Write it down as a...
I'll write it down in my notes. +1
Oh my god.
boost
That's fantastic.
to telling if Cedric is a dirty liar.
So you can tell that he's lying. By the way, Merkava, you're on the verge of unconsciousness right now. You're not quite unconscious though.
Oh, when I see him fainting, do I have to roll anything to kind of like catch him or make sure he doesn't fall over?
No, I'll just say that you managed to catch him just fine.
Okay.
I say,
That'll be my first blow in the head. Just let me hit the
Did
floor.
any of us bring water?
whoa, whoa, back up from the fucking water. You just lied to me. Like,
But
really
I can't.
obviously.
Look, our priority right now is Merkava, and we need to get him something.
I say, you've lied to me twice today. You've excluded me from this journey. Shao would never do this. And I strike at the ground with my lightsaber.
Yeah, the temple floor is nice. I'll say,
Is it
fading out to
possible I
black.
have a water flask in my utility belt?
If you flip Destiny, yeah.
Also, Putty,
Okay, I'll flip Destiny.
Putty, do you think Shao would do this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know, though.
Cool.
I mean, she would if it was Ita.
My rage is justified. I'm not Ita.
All right. So, does my throat feel better?
Oh, no, you definitely feel a lot better. You're not on the verge of unconsciousness anymore, but you're ill. You're sick. You shouldn't be out in the sand with this condition.
Goddamn sad.
I do look at my water flask now, though, that it does have his spit and everything on it after he got the Corellian plague, and I say, I'll make note to clean that later.
You might want to have the medical droid sanitize it.
Yeah, we got Medi droids, so they can do it. Come on, let's just go.
Okay, Chris is gonna have to.
I'll carry Chris.
Chris, you're gonna get three setback dice on navigation.
Okay, if people need, I can navigate. I only get 3 green, but it's not 3 setback dice.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's go with that.
Just so you know, I'll say this so I don't have to constantly telegraph it. The longer you go without telling Kasari the truth that she knows you didn't tell her, you can see the rage increase and increase. Or at least her bitterness and spite towards you.
I look over at I look over at Kasari and say, let's just get back to the ship, and then I will tell you then.
Bitterness multiplies by 2. Okay.
You now have a bitterness score of 4.
Buddy, what do I need to roll?
Oh, so it's a hard survival check.
So 2 hard, 3 hard, 3 purple?
Yes. Alright, you successfully get back to town. Stressful, though. You've been thrust into this position, you've seen 2 people do it earlier today, and you're really conscious that you're not doing it as well as those 2, and it's really getting on your nerves, and you take 2 strain, but you get back to town. So.
If I take 3 more strain, guys, I pass out.
This has been a stressful day.
If you want, I could just impose some strain on you.
Force ghosts. I've been dragged around a desert. I had to basically carry 4 heavy guns on my back.
You had to lie to a child.
Okay, let's head to the ship.
Well, when did I lie to a child?
I'm 15.
Yeah, but I never lied to you.
Oh, well,
I mean, Celeste doesn't know what the Force Lightning shit was. He was just told it was Jedi.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm sure you lied to a random child at some point today. You know, just like on the street, like an orphan.
That isn't a normal occurrence for me. I don't
Just walk up to a kid and go, hey, Santa's real.
You see, Celeste feels as though
or you
he
tell
should
him
be
everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, so when you guys are back in the colony, where are you guys going?
And to be honest, Marshall, in Celeste's eyes, at 15, in his culture, that's a full-grown adult.
Well, that's fair. And
he might be the only person in the group who respects you, then.
Kasari will appreciate that view. Hey, fuck you, Merkava.
So where are you guys heading? Are you heading to the ship, or are you trying to track down...
Straight to the ship. I don't want to be carrying Merkava around all day again for the second day in a row.
Piggyback ride.
Oh no, like, I'm holding you so your mouth is behind me.
Merkava, do you have interest in sharing your vision with the group?
Oh, I was going to tell him once I got back to the ship. Once we all got back to the
You're all back in the ship now, and you're all huddled around Merkava's bed. It's been cleaned while you were out. They're very efficient.
Oh, thank God. Oh, it's so nice. Are the sheets warm?
I immediately go and get my water flask sanitized.
Okay, they were able to do that for you very nicely.
Okay. So, story time.
Oh
I had
no.
a lovely vision.
Wait, when?
On our way back. And,
Are you sure it wasn't hallucinations?
No, Jedi can have visions.
Yeah, I mean, sure, the circumstances...
Yes, but they can also have hallucinations.
That is true, but it's not as common. Or at least it doesn't feel the same, trust me.
Slus is doubting you greatly.
So, Putty, could you reiterate the illusion? I'm sort of
So
forgetting.
you were in a male body having a conversation with a female Zabraki, and the conversation. I don't really want to reiterate it because I could like say it more clearly and spoil things. Did everyone who he's telling hear the conversation?
I did.
Basically, it was something about leaving a tracker as bait.
Yeah. They said she dropped her tracker, the sister,
A communicator.
She dropped her sister dropped the communicator the last time they fought, and they said, "Are we gonna pick it up?" And he said, "No, we'll just leave it as bait."
Huh.
So I'm thinking the sister shall, right? That seems pretty clear. Pretty likely.
Well,
Maybe.
I don't think I'm in fighting order.
I mean,
Did you recognize
we're embracing the Zabraki racism here. All Zabraki are related to Shao.
I look over at Makara and say, "Did you recognize the Zabrak?" Chris?
You cut out.
Do you recognize the Zabrak?
Did I, or was it just blurry, or
It was
did I
quite
not?
blurry, and she was cloaked, and there weren't too many distinguishing feelings. I think it'd be pretty hard for you to actually identify her.
Yeah, okay, I couldn't identify her. She was cloaked, so I could barely make out her race.
So hallucinations.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It could be.
Someone
Let's
should
just
go
be
get me
wary.
a drink.
I then sort of have a little glance to the distress message and then put it out of my mind.
I say, "I'll be in my room for anyone who wants to tell me the fucking truth," and I just go in and slam the door.
Hey, I'm gonna yell at her to get back in
Probably
here.
Tell her whatever happened on that hill.
Those teenage that teenage role playing is top notch, by the way. Mark.
Thank you.
You
I'm
get
gonna force Paula to pull you
inspiration.
back.
Fuck you, Jennifer. I'm your mom. Fuck you, Jennifer.
I am going to go to Kasari.
I guess I'll follow along to hear what happens.
No, I said
Nowhere near well enough to get out of bed right now.
All right.
You start vomiting on yourself.
Even so, I say, just stay here.
You aren't allowed to come.
All right.
We're gonna
You
talk
need
shit
rest.
about you.
Well, I'm not going to stay in the room with Merkava. And so, if you need me, I'll be over in the cockpit.
Yeah, we probably want to start helling out to Malastair anyway.
You're not gonna look for the two jackets.
Pokemon.
No,
They're
I think
probably
we should
gone
stay
by
a
now.
little bit longer.
Let
me rest up.
Rest up and bring some justice.
Whoa.
Certain people
Maybe a
require
smidgen.
justice. Those jackers killed someone. They require justice.
Yep.
Possibly two people.
Yep.
Justice Rising.
So I'm gonna go to Kasari.
Okay, I'm like lying on my bed with my feet in the air, listening to like punk rock. I'm like, you were fucking.
What the fuck?
I sort of look around at Kasari.
You see a
And
shelf
the music,
with a
then shake
collection
my
of
head.
crystals.
I shake my head a little.
Is it really a collection when there's only two?
There's 3 now. Plus the 2 in my lightsabers. That's 5, bitch. And I might expand it to just be a collection of trinkets that I like. And in that case, I'll add the necklace I got to it. And then there'll be 6.
Does the crab count as a trinket?
Shit, what happened? What's going on with the crab?
He's on the ship.
It's in the corner of your room, still in this incubator.
Okay, but he hasn't hatched yet?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Totally forgot about the crab.
Is Marshall's character just turning into a hoarder or something?
Yes.
Turning into. What do you two say to each other? Gosh, you've been like.
So
I'm listening to punk rock. I'm ready for like whatever, man.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I noticed
Sit
you
down.
and take out my earbuds.
Any specific punk rock, by the way, Marshall?
Oh my god.
Probably like Joy Division or something, you know, like real early stuff.
Oh no,
God.
Puddy's gonna go and grab stuff now.
Oh no.
So I say, well,
I'm interested to see what it plays.
It'll never play because
Okay.
it's stupid.
So just
So-
No,
talk, Charles.
it'll wait 5 minutes and then it'll start blaring music in our ears.
There we go.
I know you're angry at me, Kasari, but I needed to do it.
You needed to do what?
After Antar, I couldn't let you put yourself in danger.
Well, that's
Again.
what this life is. Tell me what happened out there.
Cedric looks contemplating for a second and says, I'm not 100% sure. There might be something maybe wrong with Macabre. Krellian sickness
Did
seems
you
to
guys
be...
fight a ghost? That's what Zles told me, that you fought a ghost. Or that you were going to. Did that happen? Did that shit happen? That's crazy.
Well,
How many ghosts were there? Count on one hand. How many ghosts were there?
I look at my hand and then say, there were no ghosts. Although,
What was that lightning then?
Well, there were ghosts. It's just you never went into the temple to go and fight them.
We saw 0 ghosts though. What
I-
was the lightning?
I'm not quite sure. But Macabre did something to those flies.
Wait, are you saying that the lightning came from Merkava?
I believe so, which is distressing.
Distressing? Jedi can't use Force lightning. It's a Sith technique. It's soaked in darkness and evil.
That's why we gotta be wary.
No. We can't just be wary. We need to lock her up. Or him up. God damn it.
Once per session, guaranteed.
Fuck. Anyway.
I look over
We
at
need to contact
Kasari
the
and say,
Jedi Council and get a master here.
no.
No?
I've seen...
The fuck? I love it.
I've seen one person being turned back before.
Yes, and if you care about Merkava, we need to get a master here who can actually help him.
The last person I saw turn from dark to light was at the hands of one person. Shao. We need to get to
And
Shao
also Revan.
as quickly as possible. The last person I saw turn someone.
Yeah, but guess what? We know where Revan is. We can just call him.
You don't know that. I haven't told you that.
He's a Jedi on the council.
I know.
I know
Oh
about
no, but he hasn't told you that Revan used that technique before. Just
Yeah.
Okay, so you're purposefully trying to kill Merkava now, because you know of someone who can help Merkava, who's quicker and could get here faster, and you're openly lying to keep that person from saving Merkava.
I trust my friends more than Revan.
Wait, you say this out loud?
No, I'm saying
The way-
this to
the way
you.
you said-
That's how
the way
Cedric
you-
thinks.
The way you said that was very, like, Cedric-y, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
Isn't
Cedric
Charles'
would-
normal voice just very Cedric?
yep.
No, it's
It's the way I say.
It's very subtle, very subtle. It's a slight...
But also remember, like, when Shao was a Darksider, which is something you might want to bring up in this conversation, you didn't call the Masters, you let her do a little.
And to be fair,
Yeah,
I
look
let
how that turned
one
out.
other-
No, it actually turned out pretty well, but...
and I know one other person who teetered on the dark side for a while herself, and she's managed to call herself back.
Did she ever shoot lightning from her fingertips?
No, but she nearly threatened to kill a Jedi.
Oh,
So
we've all done that at least once.
I look at her sort of shocked a little bit.
I threatened to
not
kill
all of
you
us.
earlier today when you lied to me.
Yes, you do need a little bit more restraint.
No, you need to stop lying so much. Don't treat me like I'm the one who doesn't have the ethical mastery of the light side. I say, leave my room. I need time to think.
Yeah, meanwhile, just Merkava's falling down the stairs. Just right into the dark side.
Do you want to go
You
look for the
ever
Jackers
made
now,
someone-
Charles? On your own? Or with Slash or something?
I look and close Kasari's door, grab Schles and go, come on.
You just grab me. You don't
Yeah.
even explain anything.
Uh,
Look, I'm not your dog. I don't just follow you around.
In that case, Marshall, it might be a good time to do the thing while they're looking for the Jackers.
It's not something I can control.
Oh, it's any time. I thought you needed to find 5 minutes somewhere.
At
Okay.
some time, it will happen. But I'll say this: while this is going on, I am going to. I think with all the information I have, and things seem to be really turbulent, I'm going to meditate and see if the Force can give me an answer to all the problems that are in my life right now.
Okay, we'll come back to that in a little bit.
I'm going to look over at Celeste and say, you up for tracking a few people down?
I say, who are we tracking?
I don't know, Rose and Gilgamesh, the people we
Wait,
saw
that's
before.
the guy's name,
Who the hell is
Gilgamesh?
Is she?
Gilgamesh?
No, it's not What is it, Fuddy?
Guillermo.
Gilur.
I was like,
Gilgamesh.
Buddy gave a guy the name Gilgamesh.
I thought it was Gilgamesh. I'm awful with names.
Dude, Gilgamesh
I was
is a
like,
badass
dude,
No, you
this
should know
guy,
that
this
already.
guy cannot just be named Gilgamesh
No.
and not be a complete badass.
This guy's a Bronze Age motherfucker.
No, the other guy. The people we... Yeah, that one.
Okay. I say, and why are we tracking them down?
Well, they clearly killed one of their friends. And
That does not bother me.
yes, well, it bothers me.
And how are you going to pay me to help you track these people down?
Do you want to go to Quartzite or not?
Do you want?
Shit.
Do you want to? What's the planet he wants to go to? Does no one know the planet?
Alistair.
I
Malistaire.
say, do you want a pilot capable of landing on Malistaire or
We've
not?
got a Wookiee.
Well, you said it was a suicide run, so I'm not
Indeed,
100%.
it is.
I'm not 100% confident you think you can do that.
No, I'm not. But you won't find a pilot in the world who thinks is confident that they can do it.
I bet our Wookiee is.
Jackson.
Oh, fine, Jackson. Okay. Well, have fun with that. It seems as though not even his Jacker friends know where he is.
Oh, they know where he is.
Do they?
I can tell. We've had a few encounters with the Jackers. Those ones in particular. And when they laugh like that, yeah, they know where he is.
How about this? You promise me that we will go to Quartzite and wherever else I need to go to hunt down that missing shipment I'm looking for, and I will track down these two. And also get you to the planet you want to go to.
Okay, Putty, I'm gonna do it now. I'll be right back.
Wait, hold on. I'm just gonna shriek from the other room to try to get their attention real quick. And
What is it, Macarthur?
You guys should return the guns, since we didn't end up needing them, and we probably shouldn't take them. They probably need them.
Oh, don't worry. We seized the Republic. They only had two guys and a general there. They didn't need the guns.
But you should return them.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Okay, I'll do it when you want to return that Sith artifact.
Well, you'd have to go talk to What's-Your-Face about that.
I look at Toe and go, I would not Schless, and I go, I would not do that if I were you.
Do what?
Talk to Kasari right now. She's a bit
I don't plan on going to Kasari.
Well, she has the artifact if you want to give it back.
I don't want to return it. I was making a point to Merkava that he doesn't desire to return one thing. He only desires to return the guns because they're no use to him. But they're of much use to me still.
Let's just go.
Okay. You promise?
Yes, I promise. Let's go.
Okay. I then follow Charles to Cedric, wherever he needs to go.
I think we're going to go back to the saloon first. See if they're there.
They're there in the corner drinking solemnly.
Funny we see you here.
Is it the same? Gillerman says, pouring another one.
What was all that about?
You have to be a lot more specific, kid.
We mean the bodies.
Like I said, mercy killing. Now, if you excuse me, I got a friend to mourn.
This is your business, Cedric.
You say mercy killing. Why? Was it him or her?
Both, I guess. Him more than her.
What makes it mercy rather than murder?
Well, when the Huts have it out for you, who better than your best friend to take care of it?
I look over at Schless and sort of raise my eyebrows and go, fair enough. And her?
Oh, I thought you were going to just assume that just because he was a Trandoshan that he had contacts or something.
Alright, you clearly want to know the whole story. 1,000 credits on the table and you got it. And I'll even throw in that we won't tell anybody about no Sith tombs.
I grab 1,000 credits and put it on the table.
He counts it and then says, change my mind, 2,000.
I pull out my gun and I say, I changed my mind. 1,000.
I pull out my sword and point it at him. I say, look, if I really have to do this, I will. 1,000 credits.
He drops his glass. He drops his glass and hovers over his holster and says, I just killed my best friend. 2,000 credits.
I fire right next to his head.
Everyone in the bar pulls their guns and points them at you.
Oh,
about
come on, guys.
20 people pointing assault carbines at you right now.
These bed sheets are so toasty.
Oh, look. You have some company. 2,000 credits, and I have some sway around here.
You'll have a lot less once you're dead.
I don't fear it. I've lived too
Neither
long.
do
as it
I.
is.
I've gotten enough score keeps to make my place when I die.
I
Sounds
drop
like a
the sword.
duelist brewing.
I drop the sword and then punch him in the gut.
Punch who in the gut?
The guy right in front of me. The
Slash?
not Schles.
Yes, I want to punch my ally.
You have to reach across the table. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, he's totally going to be fast enough to shoot you in the head when he does that. So he's going to roll against you. Actually, instead of shooting you, he draws. Like, you're halfway across the table and you notice it. That he's pointed the gun directly at your head and says, "You really want to do this?"
Well, you're the one that won't do it for 1,000 credits, which I put down.
Yeah. You could just walk away. You don't have to murder me.
Okay, took a little
Look.
longer than I thought, but I'm back.
Currently,
Well,
we're in a
downward
classic,
spiral.
stalemate.
What happened?
No.
What happened? Tell me.
We're in
No,
a
this-
Mexican standoff with the jackers.
Oh my god! What?
To be fair,
So Cedric tried to lunge across the table. Guilherme is now pointing his revolver at his head. Meanwhile, Slash is pointing an assault carbine at Guilherme, and he's already fired once. Rose is still hovering across her holster. Meanwhile, the entirety of the saloon are now pointing guns at the group.
Oh, well, this has just gone fantastically.
Yep.
how
Hey, you
how
should
about this?
check on me and see how I'm doing.
You guys continue to strain my good faith with the jackers. I mean, these people have given me a lot of leeway. You guys keep fucking smacking it around. God damn it.
I sort of glance around the whole room looking at...
I mean, they're not the
That's
nicest
for a sec.
guys, but they run this whole...
Listen,
party
Marshall,
for
shut up! I'm trying to... I look around the room and say...
Can I use my streetwise to possibly maybe name maybe like a criminal or someone important that I possibly know to kind of force them to stand down? Like someone powerful enough that they know if they act against me that I would be basically trying to convince them that I know that someone powerful enough that if they act against me, they'll all pretty much be dead no matter what.
Well, I know, I can tell you that from your streetwise, you know of the jackers, and you know that in this region of space, they're really comfortable. And they've been almost at war with the Republic for like 10 years, and they wouldn't fear any criminal organization.
Not even Huts.
Definitely not Huts. They've
Okay.
dealt with a lot of Huts. In fact, this you can probably click on from what he's already said that they were working for the Huts today.
Do I know anyone in the jackers?
Maybe, but maybe how would you? You definitely know of Jack. You probably know of Guilherme as high-ranking criminal bosses in the criminal exchange.
Man, I was gonna just say, I'm trying to think of like the idea I want to go about this is I basically want to say someone important enough to where they are uncomfortable with the idea of killing me in this situation.
And I'll tell you that you can tell by his emotional state that you're not going to logic Guilherme out of this. If you don't want to, if you don't want to fight, then you could just walk away. Because Guilherme's never said he's going to shoot you in the back. He's not going to give you, and you can even take your 1,000 credits back. He's not holding it hostage. He's just not telling you anything. He's very relaxed as well. He's not like even when Charles charged across the table, he's still sitting back in his chair, lazily pointing his gun at Charles's head. And he doesn't give a shit that Slash is still pointing a gun at his head. He's just ignoring Slash at this point.
I swallow my pride and I put my gun down and say, "Look, I understand you asked a friend, but I think that you're being unreasonable here by demanding more credits than what you deserve."
Tell you what, actually, roll an average negotiation check there.
Okay. Do you want to help me, Charles?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He's frightened, so I'd say you might make it worse. So he says, "You're right. 2,000 credits is unreasonable. 2,250.
Well, how about
Downward
if you buy everybody a beer in this bar, then sure, we'll give you the extra 1,250 credits."
What the? What?
Quick question. What are we paying them for?
Roll average negotiation.
Information. And to keep them quiet about the Sith Temple.
Guilherme could tell that they wanted to know the whole story and said he'll tell it for a price, and he'll also keep quiet about the temple.
One suck.
He offers his hand and says, "I'll deal, but I'm not buying anybody a beer. Whiskey."
You know what they say, there's two kinds of people in this world.
Yeah, they do say that. Alright, have a seat, have a whiskey. Barkeep. And he calls him over and gives him the instructions, and they start handing out deducts 2,250 credits, Charles.
Okay.
Jesse and me used to be PMCs. 10, 20 years, like brothers. Worked during the Mandalorian Wars. We fought in them. It was rough. You probably know. He points at you, Cedric. But, you know, you guys got the best jobs. We were the tunnelers. Some of us didn't come back the same. Jesse, he was ill. He was sick. Sometimes he lost control of himself and made trouble. He's a great mechanic, great fighter, great brother, but he wasn't himself when he came back. And, you know, he's out at the casinos in Corzite one night and had a little bit too much to drink. Got a little too handsy with one of the girls. Ended up turning violent. The Hutts weren't happy. It was one of their sisters. Well, once the Hutts are out for you, then mercy killing is the best you can expect. And I thought, the only way I'm going to be able to protect him is if I do it myself. So I signed up for the job. I took the witnesses. That was the last witness I killed with him tonight. It's over now. Now it's time to move on.
Wait.
I suggest you
Except
do
now that we are all witnesses.
Jesse got handsy with the Hutt sister?
Look, he wasn't himself. I didn't say
I say, not. I don't judge. I mean...
I don't judge either, but Jesse wasn't that kind of guy.
Hutt.
You know, it was PTSD, man.
It's just, I have the grossest, like, picture of just a guy filling up a gigantic slug.
Jesus Christ. I put my sword away, clearly, and extend...
You would think a Hutt would be glad that someone found them attractive.
Oh, you might know this. When he said things got violent, I think he ended up killing the Hutt sister.
Oh. Well, then that definitely explains why they weren't so happy.
Well, there are only two kinds of people in this world: people who fill up a hut, and the people like running around.
I feel like there's very few people in the first category.
He takes a sip and says, "Well, like I said, it's time to move on."
Yeah.
So, why did you need to go out there?
Well, it was a two birds with one stone sort of thing. We really were checking out the place, and his mechanics are really good.
Fair enough. I stand up. I quickly call the bartender over and ask him to get the strongest 2 pints that he can.
He gives you like piss beer. He says, "On the house."
I drop it down to a Rose and not Gilgamesh.
Is that
Guillermo.
his new name?
Guillermo and Rose, they nod at you and they start drinking.
Yeah. I'll leave you to Morn. And we leave.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Maybe I want to enjoy a couple of drinks.
You like Cedric's going back to the ship.
No,
Pretty somber.
This isn't interested in the piss water of this planet.
Okay, well, does anybody have anything else they want to RP before the end of today? Or are you guys going to be taking off?
My meditation?
Oh, yes! And I remember now. So, you meditate on your current situation and find yourself being very deep into the Force, and you do feel a number of visions come on as the Force tries to reach out to you and show you potential guidance. You get visions of a young Zabraki Padawan student learning and listening to many people who she sometimes disagreed with and had different views from. You can tell through the visions, like clashing energies, but coming together to learn. But you also see that young Zabraki challenging and forging her own path and fighting her teachers, fighting her elders. You see visions of her fighting with an elderly female out in a courtyard. You see her images of her fighting with a bald, wise Jedi with blue markings on his head, and you see that this individual, while she was willing to learn, also knew that she needed to forge her own path at times.
How long have they been? So how long did that take, the meditation?
I will say that you guys were out and you were meditating for about 2 hours or so. It's about like 8 in the afternoon or in the night.
Do I have any time before they get here?
Sure. How much do you want? And I'll fit in.
Am I still vomiting blood?
I probably need about 10 minutes.
Yeah, so you finish about 10 minutes before they arrive.
I go to the long-range communicator.
Okay.
And I contact the Jedi Council.
Jedi Council. The Coruscant one?
Yeah.
Okay. Did they answer? Revan, specifically.
Oh, shit! What the... I got straight to the big man himself!
Hello. Well, he's actually kind of
like
the lowest
calling the North Pole and getting Santa Claus.
Revan's kind of the lowest ranked council member at the moment.
Well, yeah.
And he's
But I think to young Jedi like me, he's still viewed as one of the better ones. He's popular.
Revan,
I say, I have a few seconds where I'm just like mouth open, like staring at him, and I'm like,
you should ask for an autograph.
I slap myself for a second. I'm like, I'm sorry, Master Jedi, I have something to report to you that has distressed me. I meditated over it, and I feel that I need to tell you.
Very well. What is it?
Do you know of a Jedi Knight known as Merkava?
Yes, very well. We fought together in the war. Very Force sensitive.
She used a power that
He,
God damn it! I just scream into I say, he has used a Force power which I have only known in my study to be that of the dark side. He used Force lightning.
That is concerning. My first thought is that I've known many unusual
He has the Protect
Jedi
Force
over
power.
I've known many Jedi over my years who can do unusual things. Some, in fact, who are capable of feats only Sith we thought capable. I don't know. That is very concerning, and I would ask that you keep an eye on him. But I don't think that's necessarily cause for concern at the moment. He's very trusted. He's been through a lot, and I'm sure if there is anything wrong, if there is any chance of him falling, he would tell us. He's still looking at you, like waiting to see if that reassures.
Should you inform him that even Charles thinks he's evil?
I ponder his words, and I say, you...
Yeah, you might want to bring up Cedric.
Nah, fuck Cedric.
said the tiny Merkava in the back of your head.
What's that? I start screaming. Okay. I say, Master Revan, do you trust Merkava?
I do. He's been a fellow soldier, and we've been through a lot together, and I do trust him. Perhaps I am naive, but I trust many of the people that I fought with, and some have betrayed me. But Merkava is one of the hardest of wills that I've ever met, and again, I truly believe if there was the opportunity, and hell, I said before that some of those that I fought with have betrayed me, but there's always been that hint already. There's always been that. They're very open about it.
They're very open about betraying you? That's not much betrayal then. That's just...
It's different. It's awkward. My apprentice and Malik and I went into Sith space, and we returned as very different people. That's the only time that I felt betrayed. But I did exactly the same thing he did. I just had someone there to help me. Be that someone for Merkava.
A little more than just someone there to help him.
Yeah, I need an exorcism.
Thank you, Master Revan. This has given me some more to think about. I'll try to be there for Merkava, as you have said.
And if there is ever a time where your concern grows too much, feel free to contact me or anyone else on the council.
Thank you. Yeah, okay.
And just as it shuts off, perhaps just before it shuts off, maybe a glimmer of the teleprompter still flares as they walk into the room. Slesh and Cedric arrive.
Wait, so we saw that Kasari was talking to someone?
Yeah, and roll a hard perception check to see if Cedric needs to roll a hard perception check because you wouldn't recognize. You might recognize him, but I think Cedric's the best person to go for it.
I mean,
against
what,
did hard?
Participate in the Mandalorian Wars. You might have seen a poster, of Revan.
Yeah, Charles, you probably clue on that it was Revan.
Should I roll?
Yeah, go on, fine.
Can I roll to perceive if they perceived?
Sure, that's going to be an...
Can I roll to perceive if I'm vomiting?
Not only did you see it was Revan, but you saw that Revan was happy and was giving guidance to somebody. It's an easy check, Marshall.
Sorry, what did you say it was? Easy. You keep Brian. It keeps getting quiet as soon as you say the difficulty.
Easy.
Okay. Okay.
Easy. Easy.
Okay. Just stop.
Uno purple.
Yeah, you know that they know.
Awkward.
I look at Kasari.
It's not so much awkward for Celeste because he wasn't there for the conversation. I do, however, bring up and say, so why were you in communication with Revan? Is he the one who is your superior for this mission that you Jedi are on?
I say, I was looking for guidance from someone. I found it.
I could tell that.
Okay.
He seemed very...
Have that specific information.
I look at Kasari and
I
say,
rolled a triumph, so I got to know that.
I look at Kasari and say, what did he say?
I say that's none of your business.
Oh damn!
Oh damn!
Oh no.
And ladies and gentlemen, I think that is a perfect time to end off this episode.
Oh,
Join us
God.
next week for the thrilling conclusion. No, it's actually like we're probably like halfway through this series, so it's gonna be a while.
That was
Strap in, kids.
Strap in, kids, and we'll see you next week. Is it Saturday yet?